Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast. This is episode 50. 5-0. Got my man, Colonel Crackers, Mike Wisman, Pharaoh Black. I don't know who else will join us. We just going to kick it, lay back. Just because it's episode 50 don't mean shit. But yeah, what's good? What's up, Mike? You haven't been on here in mad long, so I'm going to let you kick things off. Anything special you picked up this past week?
I did get the Marvel Select Gamora and Rocket that came in.
Oh, yeah?
And then I also got, just coincidence because I got it late, but I got the One Punch Man Saitama figure.
Yeah, I see you posted a picture. You modded the cape already, huh?
Well, I made that cape, but yeah. It was kind of a pain because it's actually magnetic, but I wanted to... Like, you can't see the magnets or nothing when I take the cape off because I didn't want to, make the, I don't want to say ruin the figure, but I didn't want to,
You want to alter the figure, though. I got you.
Yeah, so, there's magnets inside of it that you can't see. So that way, if I take that cape off, I can put the regular one on and, you know, it looks the same.
Got you. Did you, are you up to date on that anime?
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't watch that.
The anime is 12 episodes, and then they do bonus content like OVAs. I think there's 6 or 7 of those now. And then actually, it's funny. My wife is more into it than I am, and she reads the manga for that. We picked that up from Amazon when they come out. She's way ahead on everything.
Gotcha. That's usually how it is, though. The manga's usually way ahead of the actual anime, right?
Usually, yes. Well, definitely yes for the Japanese release, but for the English release, they didn't start putting them out until the anime was already out. So it took a while to actually pass up the anime. So she was rereading a lot of the stuff. But now, yeah, the English releases were 3 or 4 books past where season 1 ended. But there's also, there's a web comic that it's based off of that's years ahead of everything. And then there's the...
Sorry to cut you off, but what's the other fella that's training under him?
Genos?
That's his name? Genos?
Yeah, with the robot arms and stuff,
right.
cyborg.
Yeah.
Yeah, Genos.
Yeah, I saw somebody had posted a clip. I'm not sure if it was in PMP, but had posted a clip of them training and showing the speed and everything of One Punch Man. It was actually, like I've been saying, I think the animation on the show is top fucking notch, no question.
Oh yeah.
But I just couldn't really get into it. But I do recognize that the animation is phenomenal, man.
I just saw a video. I don't remember who posted it, but I saw a video the other day specifically talking about the animation, and they were breaking it down frame by frame and showing why it looks so good based on some of the animation decisions and how they add in just these extra keyframes that make a big difference. And they were comparing it to some other anime out right now.
What the people that worked on the show, what other stuff have they worked on?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know what studio specifically that is. That's the Pancho question.
No doubt. What you think about this what you call it that's coming out right now? The live action movie for what is that? With this chick, with Black Widow.
Ghost in the Shell? Ghost in the Shell?
Yeah. What you think about that?
I think visually it looks really good. It looks very close to the animated movie. I only have one concern, and I'm gonna say spoiler, but it's not really a spoiler. But for anyone that avoids trailers, there was these 2 lines in one of the trailers. It was just a narrator or something going over, but he said something like, "They didn't save your life; they took it away from you." And then he says, "Don't be what they made you." And that is kind of concerning because I don't want them to make the movie this chick had an accident, now she's a robot and she's out for revenge. That's not at all what the original stuff was about.
Right.
And then and I know they wouldn't be able to do this probably, but in like the trailers and stuff, you see Scarlett Johansson very like expressive, like she's angry, jumping around, flipping. And in the animated movie, they made a point not to animate her eyes, like because she doesn't need to blink because she's like her body is completely robotic, and because she doesn't blink throughout the movie, it gives you that bigger sense of like something's off about that. And so there's no way they're going to do that now, especially with the trailers where Scarlett Johansson's just, being herself basically.
No doubt. Yeah.
But I mean, it looks good. It looks okay.
I agree that it looks good though. But yeah, that was it. One Punch Man you picked up. Anything else special?
Yeah, the Select Gamora and Rocket. I know a lot of people are on the fence about those. Like they do fit in with Legends. That Gamora is the same height as Angela, and in the comics, Gamora is pretty big. So I would advocate anybody to get that, especially Rocket. That's like the best Rocket Raccoon figure we've gotten from anyone.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts that Select comes out with a fully articulated Rocket Raccoon before Legends, and that don't make no sense. But Legends is about to come out with a small articulated Rocket as well, and this next Guardians of the Galaxy wave apparently. So
yeah, the movie one though. So he's still got like the actual raccoon head on it.
Right. So you're saying that these releases from Select, those are the comic versions, right?
Yep, they're not the most current one, only because that title has been like rebooting constantly. But yeah, like relatively recent costumes, and they are comic accurate. And actually, the Rocket, if you get them, they were assembled incorrectly. So when you get your Rocket, you heat up the knee pads, pop them off, and then rotate the lower leg around and put the knee pads back on, and that's how it's supposed to be. So there is that, but aside from that, they're fucking golden.
Wait, so they packaged it wrong?
They assembled it wrong at the factory and then packaged it. It's just backwards, but you can't swivel it without taking off the knee pad is all.
Gotcha.
So once you do like like a horse's leg, that's kind of what the look you're going for. So flip them around so they look like that. But they're crazy articulated. Do you guys have them?
No, I didn't bother trying to get them yet.
Shit, man, the Rocket alone.
Well, it comes with Gamora, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the both of them, and you get like 5 guns, a sword, a knife, a base for $25.
So wait. Rocket comes packed with Gamora?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's the only one I got. The rest of them were too big and kind of eh.
Yeah, but
I was about to say, the only one worth buying.
All right.
I think that Gamora stands about the same size as Angela, so you could fudge it into a display. I think it works.
Yeah, you non-listening motherfucker.
Right, say just said that.
Yep. And Rocket Rocket's about the same height as the Build-A-Figure.
What about that Groot? Did Todd show that Groot in one of his videos? He did, right?
Yeah, that Groot's fucking huge.
Huge, right?
It's the proportions that make it look like not so big because it's bulky, but that thing's fucking massive. It's like it dwarfs even the Build-A-Figure Groot.
Oh, that's nice, man. That's not bad to have, probably.
Yeah, I guess for some. Obviously he can change his size and shit. So that's the thing about Select. You're always going to pick up the ones that represent characters that can kind of change their size or they're massive or whatever the case may be. So it works. Just I guess like that Venom.
Yeah, that's hard for doing displays. You're fitting in all your Guardians, and then you got this giant ass Groot.
Right. I guess for an action scene or something like that, it'll be alright, but not to just be standing around and shit.
That's why I always have potted Groot. It's like, where's Groot? Oh, he's right there. Because fuck, trying to fit, all these giant things in there all the time.
What's crazy is like what Michael said, though, just how like stretched across the fucking board these Guardians of the Galaxy figures are between Select and Hasbro's releases. Like, I mean, do we actually have a complete team from either company?
Well, not like not just from either company. If you mix and match, kind of like not like really no, but kind of like close. Like to have complete looks, we need Star-Lord in the spacesuit that's similar to Gamora's, and that we could get that team together, and then Kitty Pryde in the Star-Lord outfit and the Thing in his Guardians outfit would make another team rounded out. Yeah,
I guess that's one of the things you got to sit around and just be patient for it if you really give a damn about having that team.
I mean, I doubt they'll even do it. Like, really, they can't even do a Thing. They're not going to do Thing just for the Guardians team like that.
That's right.
So that might be a custom worth investing in if you're heavy. If Todd's listening, get that Thing custom.
Anything else you pick up?
Yeah, what was it? And I'm forgetting right now. No, then I guess, I don't know.
Pharaoh, you pick up anything cool this week?
I don't think I bought anything this week. Nope. Nothing.
I didn't buy anything this week. I paid for another Mezco from Boog, but I haven't received anything yet. Boog, it's back to you. Did you pick up anything? Oh, he's AFK. That's why he wanted to pass it forward. He's probably still making that egg sandwich.
He probably ain't bought shit either. I can't imagine what he bought unless he bought some miscellaneous shit. There's nothing really come out.
I mean, this is kind of why it's good to take weeks off, because when we come back, we've got all this shit to talk about. But right now, it's just like kind of spread thin.
I mean, you really don't have to have a subject matter to talk just to shoot the shit about comic shit or whatever.
Yeah, no, I got you. But no, I'm just saying it's just been a light week for me too. I'm trying to save some money too. I'm not trying to pick up too much random shit just because I'm going to New York at the end of the month. Probably gonna be picking up some stuff there. No.
Yeah, like some fucking roaches in your bag.
Hell yeah.
Well, fuck it. Did you see King Kong?
No.
I didn't see it.
Seriously? Dude, it was actually pretty damn good. I mean,
when did it come out? Like this Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out Friday.
Okay.
I heard that the premiere went up in flames, like literally, like one of the displays like caught on fire, huge, like the actual like premiere down here in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, yeah, I haven't heard much about it. I heard it was just okay. I mean, I'm not really that into seeing it, honestly, but I do hear that the connection to Godzilla is pretty cool. Spoiler.
Yeah, see. But yeah, I wouldn't go say that. But I mean, I think that without spoiling it, it was well done because of how it kind of became like a faction between the group, if I could say that. Like how the group kind of split on where it should stand with Kong or whatever. And I mean, it was a pretty good movie, man. I mean, it was better than the Jack Black version. Most definitely better than that.
Maybe just because I grew up with it, but I thought it was a pretty good like remake of the original Kong, like as far as the story goes. But this new Kong is probably going for something much different than that, right?
Well, this new one, they pretty much eliminated that whole thing where the gorilla loved the woman and the woman seemed to be partway in love with the gorilla. They kind of, that weird relationship, they kind of got rid of that.
So that was just, didn't kill the beast this time.
You say what?
Beauty didn't kill the beast.
Right. I mean, it was just weird. You know, I mean, that I always thought that was weird. And I mean, I understood the original story, which was, I mean, you always let things slide, especially when they're like pretty damn old. You're like, okay, I can imagine this far-fetched reality bullshit they were on, so it's cool. But then, and I can also respect the fact that when they remade the movie, pretty much trying to stick to the source material with the story, I guess. But it was just weird. That Jack Black Kong, that fucking relationship between her and that damn gorilla was just fucking weird.
Yeah, for sure.
More on her end than the gorilla's. Like,
I mean,
so,
she's got Adrian Brody. You know what more does she need to get?
yeah, I mean, you can't. When you really think you're finna go in and boss up with this gorilla, like, come on. Yeah, but like you said, because you already spoiled it, the connection with that is pretty good or whatever. And I mean, naturally, Samuel Jackson played his part down to the letter. So
I don't think it's much of a spoiler to say. I mean, they're made by the same studio, and that was always like the rumor, even when like this movie was going into production, was like, oh, they're saying it might, you know, connect to Godzilla, you know, whatever. I will say though, I dipped out early last week because my girlfriend arrived and we had tickets to go see Get Out. I loved Get Out. Get Out was probably one of the most brilliant movies, horror, like any other genre that I've seen.
you're not gonna get any points for black people by saying that, Fabio.
No, man. I'm getting points. I would say I'm kind of kissing the ass with Jordan Peele more because he's an alumni from my school, Second City. So like, obviously the way he learned writing is through the way that I'm currently learning writing. So it's just like, from that perspective, it's like fucking inspiring. Like the dude knows not only like, you know, writing, but he works so well within the genre. And you could always see that like from Key and Peele, you know, whenever they do a parody of like an action movie or a horror movie or whatever, those sketches are always filmed and have the same feel as like the genre that they're parodying. And the movie kind of felt the same way, but not so much parody, more like homage.
Honestly,
it was just fantastic.
Key and Peele was kind of hit or miss to me, man. They had a few. I had a few skits that were like hilarious, and then they had some that just kind of missed the mark with me. That was not really funny. It was like, oftentimes it was like they was thinking way too deep into certain shit, and comedy shouldn't really be like that all the time. Of course, you got to be a good comedian. You definitely have to be intelligent, but like they was thinking way too deep into certain shit, and it was just not really even funny half the time. Like, you know,
yeah, Keanu wasn't funny to me. Certain parts were.
Yeah, that shit was corny.
I don't think it was written by them though. I think they were just in it, but I'm not sure that the two of them.
Yeah, Keanu was terrible, man.
I mean, yeah, it was basically just a parody of.
This shit was like in the same vein as like Malibu's Most Wanted or some shit like that.
That just was. I don't know, because and like with their skits, like Boog said, man, certain skits you could laugh, and other ones you just was sitting there like.
The substitute teacher skits. Fucking.
What I'm saying is the way that they film and the way they produce those sketches, whether they're making fun of like. Remember that one sketch where they've got a dude being interrogated and they bring in the guy who's drinking the juice boxes, played by Jordan Peele, and the dude doesn't talk, but he just keeps like eating his lunch in front of the guy, and the guy's like, you know, freaking out, thinking that he's doing some fucked up shit, but he's literally just like unpacking a lunchbox and drinking a juice box. But like the way that whether you think it's funny or not, just like the way it's filmed is very like homage to the genre that he's parodying, and that's what Get Out kind of felt as a whole to me. Is that like the guy knows the genre and he knows, you know, like not even a spoiler, but there's a shot of the dad like looking over the fireplace and the fireplace is like reflecting on his glasses. That's kind of a cliche or like a trope of the horror genre, but the way it's incorporated in the film, it doesn't really take you out of it.
I don't think
it feels like a homage to that genre.
I think the reason that I really liked that flick was because it wasn't really like anything that you've seen before in that genre and horror. It was a totally different take on something that was horrific, but that wasn't really like,
right.
You know, it wasn't something that was typical that we see, man, for sure. But to think about the villains and how they were going about shit, like that's pretty fucking scary, but not scary like axe murderer scary type shit. Like, you know, like it was good, man. I thought the acting was really, really good. We talked about it last week.
That's why I had to dip out, because I didn't want to get spoiled on it. I wanted to know absolutely nothing about that movie going into it, and I'm really glad.
I'm glad you said that, because you know my whole thing, like when you said like axe murder scary, whatever. At least with axe murderers or deranged people with knives and shit, you got a chance. You pretty much know what you're facing. This motherfucker coming at you with a weapon or whatever, you might have a chance to move, or you know what I'm saying, block him, but you have a chance to escape the situation. Let's say that. You don't even see that shit coming.
Right. That's why it's crazy.
Whoa! I've only seen like the first fourth of the movie.
All right, we'll move on then. But yeah, if you haven't,
everybody listening, you need to go see Get Out.
if
Like,
you haven't seen
Yeah.
it, I see David Walton said that he thought it was just okay. I'm like, man, what?
That's what David, if you had right now, I can guarantee you, David Walter got on a fucking hat. Tell him to take off that hat and show a lobotomy scar.
Stupid. But yeah, if you haven't seen that, see that. And if you haven't seen Logan, check that out too. Like I said last week, it's been a long time since I've seen two good movies in a row in the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? So I still got to check out that John Wick too. But I had dipped out for a second. Pharaoh, you talked about what you got already?
I didn't get shit.
Oh, you didn't get shit? I didn't. I got that Gotham Alfred figure with the fireplace. And
Told you, Mr. Leather and shit.
Alfred's going in the trash, and the fireplace is going with my.
the fireplace is nice.
Yes, that's cool.
I actually cut out the backing of it. You know, it's got that textured backing to it, and so I can shine light through the back of it.
Okay.
I saw for your Logan shot, you managed to do it just fine. So I'm thinking I might get a second fireplace if I ever find one.
But yeah, I got that, and what else did I get? Oh, I got Gohan, the SHF Gohan, the battle damage one. I didn't even open it yet, and I think that was it.
Oh, you know what though? I read Daredevil will be here tomorrow, so I forgot about that. But Mezco Red Daredevil. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, mine should be here next week, right, Boog? Right?
Yeah,
right?
Probably Tuesday and Wednesday. We actually supposed to get hit with a crazy snowstorm on tomorrow night, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, if your weather, I think your weather's like ours and shit. Because I know down here it's supposed to be 2 days of that shit.
Yeah, they like getting super ready right now, sending out all types of alerts and this and that, and school and work, and pain in the ass. So we'll see what happens.
It's crazy. It's like in the 80s over here right now.
Don't worry about it. Your entire like city and state is gonna fall into a hole. So don't brag.
You never seen Escape from LA?
Yeah, right. If I see you surfing down the middle of a fucking street, man.
Yeah. Get back here, Steve Buscemi.
Fabio, you talked about what you got?
Yeah, I didn't get anything. I just paid for Flash, and that's it.
All right. Well, what did we see this week? What was
since we're talking about Mezco, I've already got it queued up here. The Old Man Logan went up, or is going up for pre-order 10 a.m. on Monday, so tomorrow, 12 hours and 35 minutes from now.
Oh, it's going up on that site tomorrow? I didn't know it was so soon.
Yeah, I'm linking it right now. I'm screen sharing it. It's even got a countdown and everything. Check this out.
How much is shipping from them usually?
From them, I've gotten stuff shipped for like $12, I believe.
Ooh.
That shipping is crazy from them, and it takes forever for. You know how many stores get shit before they actually ship their shit out? That's what's crazy.
I've noticed that too. I'm like, how does that happen? How's that possible?
Yep.
Right.
I mean,
but you know, people, with that Punisher, how that Punisher sold out now is up on eBay for like $300 or $400 for that classic Punisher. I think that a lot of people think that Logan's going to be the same way, and I seriously doubt that.
No, this one's not a Mezco exclusive from what they're showing here. It would have, this little icon right here, the Mezco bee or whatever it is, a wasp. I don't know.
Yeah, and then they got a wait
list for Punisher.
Yeah, that Old Man Logan looks really good. I saw some people talk before I saw the pictures. I saw some people saying it looked pretty bad, but when I saw the pictures, I think it looked great.
People are going to say it looks bad. I don't know what it is with people. I can guarantee they diehard Marvel Legends fans.
Mm-hmm. No, that's honestly what it is. Like, a lot of people don't want to, lose the status of Marvel Legends as like the flagship 6-inch Marvel line, and it probably never will. But
that's not going to happen. It's not like I hate when people jump out the window and say, "Oh, that's it. It's the end of Marvel Legends." Marvel Legends has way too much longevity and consistency, and it's at the right price range for the average typical collector. 15, 16, 17-year-old kid is not sitting around and dropping $80 every time a Mezco figure comes out. It's not going to happen. they in two totally different lanes, and they can coexist too. It's not there is no competition really. Mezco obviously shits on anything that Legends puts out in terms of quality and accessories and all of that stuff, but I'm still not going to stop buying Legends. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The biggest problem though is that a lot of these people, whether they want to admit it or not, a lot of them can't actually afford to keep up with the line.
Exactly.
I noticed that when people can't afford to keep up with things, they just don't say, well, that's some good shit and I can just grab what I can when I can. They just turn around and try to bash it and discourage like other people from buying it. Like the one dude Fabio was arguing with on Instagram. Yeah. I couldn't see logic. I'm not saying that that's his case, but I couldn't find the logic in what he was saying or why he was even saying what he was saying about the Mezco figures. And it's one thing not to like them. Everybody's not going to like everything. That's cool, but I don't know. Same shit with imported figures. When people try to say that certain imports look worse than the American, like with Star Wars, especially Black Series. Like, ain't no way in hell you could tell me that the Figure Arts Han looks worse than the fucking Hasbro Han. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Just stop it. I'll take the Figure Arts one over the.
Right. It's just shit like that. That's
crazy. Makes all the difference.
What you said?
The Figure Arts has a chest hair. That makes all the difference to me.
You know what? I wish about this old man Logan though. I wish he would have been a little more bulkier though. Like I don't know. I guess we got to see. I hope he's not like tall. Though. I hope he's
I was supposed to say. I hope it's short though. It might make a difference if he's short.
Right. But yeah, I'm not even really a fan of that look with the shirt and the pants right there, honestly. But we'll see. 9 times out of 10, when you get it in hand, it's gonna look way better than it looks in these promo shots.
Yeah. All the Mezco stuff. Anybody who likes them says the same thing. Is like handle the Mezco stuff, and then you'll see the difference. They're way different in person.
I could see myself putting a Mayshelf head on this body right here, and there's your Logan, just your regular Logan.
It's like G.I. Joe though, man.
A little too small.
It's the same way as when you go to buy one of those figures. When you look at them in package, they just don't look all that interesting until you actually open them up and get all the weapons on them and everything. And they look a whole lot better.
What was that?
Now I said it's the same. The Mezco shit to me is the same. They have the same problem as I had with G.I. Joe. Although I like G.I. Joe, when you see them in package, they just don't look that impressive.
Right. I got you.
All right. Until you pop them open and shit, they're a whole lot better once you get to fucking around with them.
You know what? I'm hoping that it looks like they're showing everything here, but if there's no interchangeable head like a screaming or angry face, that's kind of a fail on this one here.
Yeah, especially because it's one of the, I guess, $80 price point as opposed to maybe like 70.
I guess the baby Hulk is is there in place of a interchangeable head.
All right, comic heads. Come on, Boog. You said you just got a refresher on the story. What's the baby's name?
The baby's name is.
No Googling it.
No, I'm not going to Google it.
The book from his girl.
He was the son. He was Banner's grandson.
Jebediah.
No.
That's a good guess, though. That's some real.
Jebediah Banner.
No, it was Bruce.
It was Bruce?
Yep. He even says in the cave when it's just him and oh man, was it Billy Bob or Billy Joe or something?
But it was Banner's grandson though, right?
You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up because I can't remember if it was his son or grandson. But the baby's name was Bruce, little Brucey.
Yeah, little Bruce. Yeah.
Because he said that was his favorite of all his like children and grandchildren. That one was his favorite, and that's why Logan took him.
So did any of you guys get a pre-order on this classic Punisher?
I didn't bother. I don't know.
Nah.
I don't even like that one. I think they should have gave that one a whole different head sculpt than the other.
Because they're not about to be getting me buying the same figure 20 times for $80 every time.
Right.
Sorry.
Granted that it has enough changed on it for it to be a different figure. Like the skin, the whole entire like tight outfit, the gloves are totally different as well. I want to say the boots might even be different, but that harness and that holster for the gun that comes with the PX version.
You know what? Only thing I was looking at was that that revolver and the shotgun, but I think that comes with the PX version too. So
I think it does.
I mean, I didn't like the fact that it come with an assault rifle. Sniper rifle's cool, but I would have wanted some sort of machine gun.
That big Magnum is near and dear to my heart.
What is that? Is that a 454 or 41?
What, the Magnum?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure, but it looks similar to something that I had in a past life.
Boog's not sure all the numbers on his were grinded off.
But yeah, man, I passed up on this. I'm cool with the more urban.
They got a waiting list.
Yeah, they do have a wait list right now, but that's basically for if someone cancels their order, you know, that person gets their spot. So,
man, they'll make more, man. I'm not even concerned to see if I think they don't want to bank producing a bunch of these shits and be sitting on them. But I mean, I think if their waiting list gets big enough, they'll produce more.
Possibly.
I just can't see them just like ignoring the sales.
I think that next real big seller is going to be that Deathstroke.
Deathstroke is going to definitely be a seller. I mean, Deathstroke is going to be one that, regardless if I have any gripes at all about, I'm definitely buying it like right out the gate.
You know, I'm not even a DC fan like that, but when I saw it in person, the shit looked very good.
No, that's a must buy for sure. That's a great design. I mean, a lot of people complaining the lack of armor on the legs, but I think it's fine, honestly.
Well, it's because if you go to and look at the Arkham, was it not Arkham Origins? Arkham, maybe it is Arkham Origins.
It is Arkham Origins.
Yeah, if you go to that, I mean, that's the exact same fucking suit, except for the lack of leg armor. That's why I keep looking at it, and something seems off. It's nothing on the bicep, and it's nothing on the thighs or the knees.
It definitely looks good.
Also,
yeah, most definitely. But you know, when you look at Deathstroke, man, you got to think. You kind of got to think of the way that the Punisher would come out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I mean, he's still. I've seen him not even give a fuck about going to situations and just bullets flying and shit, and it's like fuck it. Like I got the ability to take everybody out, so it's not, you know,
right.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean that armor was a must, but don't get it twisted. I'm still buying that son of a bitch. And that gun right there, I'm glad Fabio's showing that. I do not like the small. It looks like a Sigma a little bit, but I don't like kind of like a Glock too. I don't know. I don't like the small pistol. I think he should have something like a Desert Eagle.
It looks like Val Kilmer's gun from Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Yeah,
that's what that's a Glock. It looks like that's what they marketed it as when he bought it. This is the same gun as Val Kilmer, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Well, I mean, he calls it the fact.
The killer had the gun, so everybody wants the gun.
Well, if you've seen that movie, he calls it his faggot gun because it's only good for one shot, and then you got to throw it away.
Jesus.
He's gay in that movie, so maybe I'm sounding insensitive by saying that, but Val Kilmer's gay in that movie.
A.C.B.A. You know what else is crazy? That the machine gun, that's almost an exact representation of the gun they give you with the DC Universe Classics figure.
Yeah, yep, almost. It's just, you know, just the DCUC one didn't have any highlights in it. It was just pretty flat. It also had the shoulder strap, which I actually like.
Dude, I can't wait to get that figure. Actually, though, still.
Wait, great. So he only comes with 2 guns and 1 sword?
Yeah, that's kind of like.
He always only carries 2 guns and 1 sword.
Damn.
You gotta remember though, there's variants for every single one of these. At least one variant for every single one.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you already bought Punisher, you already got a bunch of guns. If you just want to lay some shit out on the table and do the cliche in the armory picture, then you good. It don't matter. You know, everybody's gonna be Punisher regardless.
I mean, the one thing they dropped the ball on was they didn't include a staff.
That would've been cool.
That's what he's missing. His staff. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Now
Deadpool
that thing right there, that looks like cosplay time right there,
You know
man.
what? It looks bad in this picture, but I'm telling you, when I saw it in person, it looked pretty intriguing. It looked pretty good. But these pictures don't really do it justice. It looked like my little brother dressing up as Deadpool.
Honestly, I
What-
think Mezco
I
could
don't
really
understand.
benefit from doing some tangible photo shoots because this Photoshop background it doesn't really do it any favors, and I'm sure they probably shop the figure to a certain extent too.
Yeah, no
I
question.
don't understand why they came up with a look that doesn't like legs to chest all open like that. You would have thought that they would have webbed the gear together or something across his chest or something. That's what I think bothers me the most.
Yeah, like that whole open area. Yeah, it looks kind of weird. Yeah.
I mean, if it was more like the Marvel Now design that's got these like silver clips in it, kind of would have helped to break up the design a little more too.
They just
I
had
agree.
one clip coming across like a harness. It would or to complete the harness, I guess it would look a little better, probably.
Right.
They probably should have just
I-
went with the classic look of Daredevil. I mean,
Yeah.
not Daredevil. I'm going to say Deadpool.
Yeah, that's true.
Something too that kind of like just throws it off is that like I like the sculpt of the head, but it's like it's supposed to be the same. Like if you were making a Deadpool costume, like you would make the mask out of the same material as the suit. So on this figure, I
Right.
get why they made the sculpted head, but it's just weird that that is the sculpted fabric and then it's directly on top of the real fabric.
If they would have put some sort of faux texture on this to mimic the fabric, that would have been better too.
What they should have went with leather, like with Daredevil. They should have just went with a whole leather suit.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it looks too bad.
I'm happy with it. I think it looks good. I'm curious to see what variants they come out with.
X-Force, X-Men.
That's true. I can see
That
them doing
fucking
Lady
Spider-Man.
Deadpool at some point now that they have a female buck.
Mm.
Click on the Spider-Man so we can see how bad that looks again.
Oof.
Oh, we got the Japanese Spider-Man right here.
Yeah, Wispman, what you think, man? It's your boy.
Woo. Man. I don't know, because you know what? I'm also like trying to be more reserved because I've seen so many in person that came out better. Like maybe this one will be better in person, but if anything, it's just gonna fall in the category of like another Spider-Man. Like this isn't gonna be the Spider-Man, you know?
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not.
No.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. Even when I saw this, I still wasn't really feeling it. It's not good enough for Spider-Man for me, man. I hold Spider-Man to a higher regard, man. It's not good enough for just spend $80 for this to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Some of those things just are not worth $80.
But
Like that Joker's not worth $80.
I mean, that's something. I'm glad you brought that up though, because I think Pierre might have mentioned it in your interview, Boog. How he's saying that a lot of these figures are, a lot of them come with less than some of the ones that come with a lot, like say Punisher compared to like the Dawn of the Dead zombies, but they're all about at the same price point. By like making the ones with less about the same price as the ones with more, it helps just kind of balance everything out.
Nah.
they're gonna have some that are more though too. He mentioned that too. That what's this guy? DC Thanos.
Darkseid.
Darkseid, yeah, Darkseid's gonna be more money because of the light up feature.
Oh, yeah.
Right, but he's like a deluxe figure. I'm talking about the regular guys that range from the
I don't know that you
$70
would
to
even
$80 range.
categorize it as a deluxe figure though. When I think deluxe, I think way more accessories. So if it's just the fact that he's gonna have the light up feature and that's it, it's not gonna be.
He's got to be bigger though. He has to be bigger than the rest of those figures.
He was a little bigger, yeah. The figure was a little bigger, no question about that. He was bigger, but I don't know. Iron Man's going to be more money too. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. That Flash. I saw Darius. I took a couple of pictures. The thing that I really like about that Flash is that smiling face. It looks perfect. It looks it looks really cool.
I don't know. Me and Ty was talking about it the other day, and he brought up the fact that the eyes are just way too huge. And I kind of agree with him. Like they're like really big.
I don't really know how I feel about the rest of it though, but that smiling face just really like took it over the top.
Yeah, I mean, there's supposed to be two different Flashes, basically, Wally West and Barry Allen. I think
That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, I don't know how I really feel about the costume and the rest of the figure, though, honestly. But I like the head sculpt.
I mean, he looks better than Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash, the yellow really doesn't do it any favors.
They photoshopping the shit out of these pictures, man.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of this Photoshop, that's why I think with that Mezco 112 contest, I'm willing to bet the winner is going to have one of the most horrible pictures.
Possibly.
Photoshop where the feet don't even like it's on the ground.
Yeah, because they're gonna have someone from the company pick it, so they're just like, oh yeah, cool.
Oh, look at that! Look at the effects. Oh man, yeah. What's the prize? Oh, they didn't.
They haven't. Oh, I think it's gonna be a Punisher.
Is it?
It's
cool.
The Toy Fair Punisher, the Black Skull one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they probably had a bunch of those left over.
Where did you hear this at?
What was that for?
You mean the contest or what they giving away? You didn't know about the contest?
What they giving away for the contest? Because I know one contest that actually is for the Toy Fair Punisher, but I don't think they announced what they're giving away for the Mezco 112 picture contest.
You might be right about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. It was the one where you like share the giveaway, and that's I think the winner for that was already picked. Maybe it was 2 winners. I think that one was already decided at the end of last week.
I hate when people pose running poses like that. It's just so fucking. Jesus.
This one looks better.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Definitely does.
But you know what's hard about running poses too? When you're doing it tangibly with the figure, most of the time you got to do the one where like the forward leg is the one that the figure is standing on, and you got the other leg up. But if you look at people running or pictures of people running, most of the time it's they're in the next like motion where like the forward leg is up and the back leg is touching the ground, but that's much harder to do.
Exactly.
Without like a flight stand and stuff. So like doing running poses, you're kind of limited to certain things without flight stands.
Well, I mean, your feet are very rarely on the ground at the same time when you watch someone, but I mean, even still, when you got your leg, if that right leg is all the way forward like that, no way in hell should your right arm be all the way forward as well.
Unless you're like specifically going for like a shoulder check or something where you're,
Right. I would say unless you're going to launch off of your front leg, so you turn your shoulder that way. So if he's not going to jump off that leg into something, I don't know. The only person I've ever heard can run like that was Billy. Billy said he runs like that.
Billy Mahoney?
Yeah.
What?
My right-handed guy, Billy, we've been having this argument for ages. Billy says he runs with his arm and legs going in the same direction. That must be the most awkward looking fucking run ever.
And that's fine. I mean, Billy can run like that. He's not going to win the race, but he could definitely run.
He's going to win the race to the ground.
I mean, you got to picture him running like an Olympian, like somebody doing like a 100-meter dash in the Olympics.
Classic Flash run in the comic book is one leg extended straight forward with the toe up, with the back leg pretty much kicked back like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the classic Flash run in the book. Like he's gonna break his fucking leg, his knee and shit with the leg he's landing on. But that's pretty much how they have him running. I don't know.
Somebody in the chat asked why we haven't mentioned that terrible Spidey swinging pose. Let me go back and look at that.
How you feel about that Superman?
I think
like
great.
Which one?
The classic or the
yes.
I mean the classic one or the movie one?
The classic one, The movie one is just dropping right now, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The classic isn't out yet?
No. The movie one is out right now, right?
Yeah, the movie one just dropped. I don't care about that, but that classic one looks really nice.
I mean, I like the movie one. I think the head sculpt. I think what's throwing me off is maybe the paint isn't as sharp as it could be. But I saw it might have been Mike Della Paz did a obviously great repaint of the face, and the sculpt is there for sure.
You know what? He be doing good painting, but he be photoshopping the shit out of his pictures though.
I mean, don't say that. That'll get you blocked. I brought up the fact that a lot of customizers Photoshop their pictures. I didn't even name. I wasn't even thinking about this dude. A dude went on a rant about me in another group, man. Blocked me, all type of shit. So, I mean, a lot of these dudes are real sensitive about that. But you're right. And I mean, a lot of customizers
I
Photoshop
don't mean
shit.
no disrespect by it, but like, yo, that's kind of like it's misleading. Like, what?
Yeah, it most definitely is. I mean, I say the same thing about Hasbro, like the promo shots they released.
Yeah,
Those Photoshop figures and shit.
It was Old Boy that did that repaint I'm talking about, not Mike Topaz.
Yeah, it looks nice. I seen that the other day.
Yeah, Ty Star just told me to bring this up because this is the one. This is the one I was thinking of, not Mike.
Yeah, the sculpt is there, man, most definitely. But I mean, that suit looks. I don't know.
He actually look a little too buff. I don't know.
It looks like a guy on Halloween where they have those like inflatable suits.
Yeah.
Hey, I swear that suit looks like if you watch the episode of Soul Train, they have a dude with a suit on like that.
Oh, man.
And the lines sparkling like a motherfucker, man.
What did
Batman
he
still
do
looks
to that Batman? What did he do to
Batman's
that Batman?
You say what?
No, because this is Old Boy's page. I'm asking, what did he do to that Batman? Did he do something on Batman?
He did a little something here.
I would say he might have, but that Batman had a nice skin texture anyway to it, and the sculpt was really there. I don't think he had to actually enhance that figure.
Yeah, he made that.
I like that figure a whole lot more once I got it because I didn't plan on buying that at all.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your? Because there's so many. I mean, everybody's done one. So what's your favorite Batman versus Superman figures? Like from what company?
It would have to be a mix. I won't lie to you. I think the actual head sculpt from the Mezco is probably the best head sculpt they've done from that movie on any figure outside of a Hot Toys figure. But I think as far as playability, I still have more fun with the Mafex Batman than the Mezco Batman.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Only
Mafex Batman was like a
you say
sleeper.
what?
I said I'm with you there. The Mafex Batman was like a sleeper hit. Like it was really nicely done. It's nice for anything you want to do with taking pictures and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because suppose a map it scales well with everything. You know, it's just they hit it on the button with that one.
I was at Comic Bug deciding which BVS Batman I wanted. They had the Mafex and they had this Mezco. I ended up going with the Mezco. I just seeing more pictures of the Mafex. I think he just looks too skinny. Maybe this one looks a little bit like thick, but I think that's the design of this Batman. And I think the Mafex just, I don't know, he looks a little wiry to me.
Well, I need figures to do different things at different times. So I mean that's what I buy them for. I don't buy figures for displays. I mean don't get twisted. I will display a figure, but I don't buy them for displays. I buy them to actually take pictures with them, or I guess you could say play with them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean the Mezco is a nice figure, and I don't get it twisted. If it's the only one you have, it will do for the most part. But it's things like you can't really get them down on one knee correctly. Like the amount of articulation you have, like bending him forward by the abs and everything, is kind of limited. The cape has no wiring in it, so it makes it very difficult for you to really do a lot of Batman shit. On the flip side, like I said, the Mafex, you can do a lot of fucking posing with that Mafex one, and it has the wire in the cape. But the drawback is it's not a leather texture to the capes. Oh, I mean, and the facial sculpt isn't really all that. But.
Yeah. It's kind of choppy to paint too. It's like you got some black showing up there that's not really adding any detail. It just look like some paint splotches got on the skin tone and shit. Like it looks kind of weird.
Yeah, it's just. It was the same thing with the Joker. That Joker figure Mafex release. You know, a lot of people didn't like that look with him with the bare feet and everything, which I understand. And that the fucking facial sculpt looked horrible. But then when I sent mine off to get painted. And once I got it back, it brought the value of the figure to me up like 100-fold. And it's just, I mean, I think that figure, the Mafex Joker, just is so much better than the figure arts and definitely any of the shit Mattel released. Like most definitely.
Mattel needs to just start over, man.
Well, as long as they got people that will run out and still buy that shit, man. I mean, I tell people all the time, especially when we have this conversation in other groups. It was a point in time that all I bought was DC Universe Classics. Like, well, I bought, Marvel Legends and shit too, but I mean, they come out with a classic line, I run out and buy it, which every wave, every figure. So it wasn't like I didn't support that line. That line didn't go anywhere, man. And it has so many quality control issues with joints glued together, just where you can see where people were handling the figures before the paint dried, at fingerprints in the paint, or where they would lay the figure down on the table and then pick it back up and the paint's just fucked on it, So I don't know. They're doing the same shit they were doing fucking 6 years ago, 8 years ago. So yeah, you're right.
Even more than that, even longer than that. I mean, they haven't really made any advancements as far as like the scopes and designs since DCUC dropped.
But they don't respect. I remember them saying this. I remember them saying that they were almost ready to stop doing action figures, period, as far as collector lines, because they don't make as much money as they do off of a Hot Wheel or a Barbie doll. You know what I mean? It just doesn't bring in that type of money, collector lines or whatever. And they fucked up a lot of shit in the past, and they just don't take responsibility for them fucking up. Because when I was buying them when they were DC superheroes, they had the smallest Doomsday ever. I mean, granted, in the original Batman versus, the original Death of Superman comic, Doomsday wasn't that much bigger than Superman, but this Doomsday was so small, man, it wasn't funny. And then they had this thing saying that they could not make the bad characters bigger than the good characters.
What?
Which was, I'm like, what the fuck? That's weird as fuck. Little dark side, everything.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah, man, I don't know. That's just a weird company.
Yeah, that's from parent company.
At this point needs to realize that, I mean, if that's not making money for them, they already dropped Masters of the Universe. So that's basically step one. At this point, they should just quit it on the rest of the collector lines, because you're honestly just getting blown out of the water by pretty much everybody else doing it.
Pretty much.
Let those licenses go and go to even better companies.
Well, I think they dropped Masters of the Universe because now the only thing you really concentrate on is if they do the Masters of the Universe 2000X line, if they want to go there, which means they would probably have to re-sculpt another body to put those figures on, which I don't think they're willing to do. And then you have to realize, like, the classics, I mean, everybody who counts has been done. I mean, does the people really want to buy fucking, I don't know, tall Arnia, like, with stretching ability at the knees type shit, you know what I mean? Like those dumbass names and characters that some people never heard of or only released in Europe.
Yo, they'll buy them. Those He-Man fans, they'll buy any of that stuff.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the smoke and mirrors. They appear to sell out until it's time to get rid of the shit in the warehouse. Now all of a sudden, hey, look what we found in the warehouse. 1 million of these damn things.
Yeah, when you find them for $4 at Big Lots.
Right. They're showing up all over the place, whatever. So I don't think the line did as well as they try to make it seem. Honestly, I don't really think it did that well. If they would have did a more of a made to order type deal, they might have had a better success. But I don't think that it did what it wanted to do.
Man, you know what? There's a big taboo there that like companies need to get over. I get it, but like when you were even the interviews you guys were doing at Toy Fair, most of the companies, they didn't want to talk about or acknowledge the competition. And okay, sure, but let's be realistic here. From the flip side, the buyer's side, I mean, we buy from everybody, every company, every line, and so we're comparing them because, you know, the money you spend, that's the same money whoever you give it to. And they're acting like the figures are totally in different ballparks, and most of the time they're not. And I think that taboo needs to go away because, like, sometimes you just got to even the playing field. Like, Mattel is so far behind everyone else. Like, they need to just be like, okay, we've been bullshitting, we need to catch up.
Pretty much.
And same thing like with Mezco, because they're like, Mezco wants to act like, oh, well, we do this price point because this and this. Like, look, let's be real. We're spending $80 to $100 on one figure. Come on, make this shit fucking heat. Don't make me second guess fuck all about this figure. You know, if I'm dropping $100, make it hot. And they're just trying to be like, well, this, like, you're a big company, you know, fucking haggle with these Chinese places, you know, go to a different warehouse if you need to, cheaper tooling, but don't try to just feed, you know, the buyers all these excuses of business. Like, it's business, you know.
Well, I heard that a lot of what has to do with it as well is like with, for instance, like with their Marvel figures. I heard that Hasbro actually has a lot to do with the price point that they can actually bring a figure out.
Well, yeah, that's contractual. Like how that's why Diamond Select can't do as much articulation usually. It's because Hasbro doesn't want to directly compete with them. So they have that in their contract with Marvel and the rights. Like, we can use over this amount of articulation, etc. So that's true. But I'm just talking about like the cop-outs, like when they say, oh, well, this, and just own up to it. You know, be willing to talk about your competition, because there's no way you're going to beat them if you act like they don't even exist.
Yeah, definitely. And yo, that was one thing too that was like real like funny, like seeing reps from one company go over to look at the product from another company. It was like they had on fucking a fucking nose and mustache and shit. Like, it's like some real like secretive, like, hey, yeah, I went over there and checked it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I won't call anybody out, but
yeah,
off camera, you know, they all said, yeah, you know, I checked out what so and so has, and you know, whatever. Like, it's real low. It's like real low key though. Like, why? Like, it's a toy show. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. That shit's fucking stupid, man. You know what's crazy? I watched Pixel Dan's interview with Playmates. They were talking about the Voltron line.
Okay.
That shit, you know, that it's child time with that whole thing. You know, that's all the way aimed at kids.
Right.
You know, even if they want to try to tell you collector, when you look at it, you know, it's still child friendly. So, but at least they didn't try to act like, you know, like, oh yeah, this is right here. This is the collector line. Like, motherfucker, like, man, look, we got Voltrons that do different shit for different prices. We own Voltron. Like, nobody else is doing this shit, so it's pretty much take it or leave it, man. This is where we're coming with it at. You know what I'm saying? This is the price point, which is most of that shit is at a fair price point. Man. Even that giant Voltron that assembles, those lions are only like $18 a piece, and then I think the main one might be $30. So it's still not that bad for a Voltron that still stands 18 inches tall or some shit. So, I mean, I can respect that.
I'm about to dip out. I got to go do some stuff. I just want to leave it on this note. I think the DC Collectibles interview was probably one of the better ones conducted. That guy is an absolute riot. Jim, whatever.
Yeah, he's a fun dude, man. He's a real cool cat. We still got something with Storm coming up. We got Bluefin, and probably like a quick overview of what's this company? Square Enix.
Oh, Square Enix, huh?
Nice. All right, guys. Well, have fun with the rest of the show. I don't know how you're going to screen share, but enjoy.
All right, see you later. But
hey, you know what, Michael? Speaking of that real quick, not to dwell on that, it was crazy when I heard that the whole thing, like when DC gives out their license, a lot of times to any company besides Mattel, they come in and they pretty much dictate what you can do to the figure. As far as like, remember when they showed the Joker for Mezco? He had another shirt that came with it. He had another shirt. It was some other shit that came with it, if I'm not mistaken. And from what I heard was that DC came and was like, nah, like, don't do that. You know, I mean, now how true it is, I don't know, but I'm tempted to believe it. Like, you know, I don't think it's even the first time I heard that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it happens all the time. Like, that's even was a factor with the Star Wars imports when Hasbro was like the figure arts were overtaking the Black Series, and Hasbro put a stop. They're like, hey, we have distribution rights here. And remember, for a while, it was tough to get the any like Star Wars import stuff.
Right.
So that's definitely a thing. But I guess what I'm trying to get at is they just acknowledge that, you know, like say that, like
Right.
Hasbro put something out, like acknowledge that. Don't try to act like it doesn't exist. Or even like company mandates, like how you were saying, or whoever was saying about the villains need to be smaller. There's a thing from Marvel ever since Disney bought them that they can't do Marvel Zombies anymore because they're not allowed to show dead heroes. So that's why the Marvel Zombies mini-mate packs that have been coming out have all been villains packs. It even says like Marvel Zombies villains is because they're not allowed to do the heroes anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Politics fuck up everything.
Yeah. That's why I got respect for Zach, man. He was just like, hell yeah. Like he was just talking like one of the guys, like, fuck yeah, I'd love to do that. Or
He's always
oh, this, that, the other.
older dudes. Can you guys see my screen? Is my screen sharing working?
Yeah, you might want to drop that Pornhub though.
Right, yeah. Erase the Boog over there watching Pans wrestling.
That's bullshit, man. What's going on with my screen sharing? All right, here we go. Cool, it's working now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. What picture is that? Kid Nova. That's kind of good.
Yeah, that's real.
What do you mean whose picture is that? Look at the screen. What the hell kind of question? You're that dude. You're that dude. When you put up a post, I want $7 for this. And you'd be like, how much is it? That's you right now.
No, I'm not. I'm the dude that's sitting on the far end of my fucking room looking at a screen at an angle. So all I can really see is Kid Nova and some lights in the background. I can't see shit else on there.
Yeah,
I didn't need your old man politics.
I'm just telling you.
that's Alexis Lim at Plastic Wanderer. Well, that's what it's supposed to read as, but it's actually Plastic WVNDRER. Real nice picture. I saw this earlier in the morning, and I like how you added a fleesh. How you pronounce it? Flesh or fleesh? What is it?
Flish, I think.
Flesh.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah,
I think I commented on his thing. I put dope.
Yeah, so that was slick. I guess we could just kind of look at some pictures and shit.
The people have spoken. Where's the MVP Jake at? He needs a tag in.
He's actually away from home. I spoke to him earlier, but he said he'll be here next week though.
Next week.
Yeah, what cap is this? This is that Comic-Con cap, right?
Nah, that's the modern Mexico cap. That's the $80.
But it was the Comic-Con version though, right? No,
the Comic-Con version has the tight claws, the classic cap.
you said the Comic-Con version has what?
It has the classic suit on, the darker blue with the skin tight pants and
Gotcha.
So that cap was slept on. I think I remember me and you going back and forth about that cap, man. And that cap was is a pretty nice figure all in all, man. I mean, it has its problems.
I'm gonna backtrack and get the cap because somebody brought it up about them doing Iron Man, and if they do a Thor, having a Mezco Big 3 would actually be pretty cool. This picture is blurry as hell. What happened, homeboy? Albert Sunday Perry.
Now let me come over here.
Here's Mike's One Punch Man. So what'd you do? What'd you do for the cape?
Well, the cape is like, I don't know exactly what type of fabric that is. I haven't been able to find it anything quite like it because it's stretchy like Lycra, but it's really lightweight, like almost like a microfiber cloth, but it's not.
Don't cry. Your wife sewed this shit up, or you did everything?
No, I did this. No, I suck at sewing, so this is like so difficult for me. But for this one, what I did actually, I only sewed the top part. The rest of it's glued. So because for this one, his the top of his cape has these very prominent like ridges. Like you notice around the black things, like how it's like puffy kind of.
Yeah.
So I had to get that look down. So there's wire all around the entire perimeter of the cape, It's sewed on the top and then glued on the rest. And it's got bendy wire in it. And then those black things were they were earrings that I cut in half and then sanded, and then I hollowed them out and put magnets in those. And then I took the neck out and put magnets in the torso. So those black things have magnets in them that attach to the torso.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty slick. Okay.
Hey man, but it looks a ton better than that fucking that cape that came with is horrible.
The cape that came with it is bad, man.
Yeah, pretty rough.
What's going on here?
Hey, that motherfucker bomb like a motherfucker. That's like when they canceled comics.
It's been a rough year for Daredevil. He's homeless. All he got is his suit.
He's cold and hungry.
Do you guys know who Phoenix Jones is?
No,
is that motherfucker Jones' brother?
Phoenix Jones, or is that right? I think it's Phoenix Jones. He's like the real life superhero guy. Like he goes out on patrol.
It's a black dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That picture just reminded me of a story he was telling, like the first time he ever got shot. Like he had padding on, but he was talking about like the different types of like bulletproof stuff you have.
Yeah, that's funny. Motherfuckers not playing with him. They're like, "What? You in a suit? Nah, bang."
Yeah, for real. Like he's been shot a couple times and stabbed, but he said the first time he got shot that it stopped the bullet, but it like knocked him out and broke his rib or something.
Yeah.
And what he was saying is like he couldn't get off the ground, so he rolled under a dumpster and passed out for a couple hours.
Damn.
You know what's crazy? I've been shot in my stomach. And even with the vest, I got hit right under the vest, and I got hit in right between my chest and I guess and my stomach. And it left a bruise on me so bad to the outer skin turned black and peeled.
Yeah. Wow.
But when it hits you, yeah, most definitely, man. It's like somebody took a hammer and hit you with whatever the force of a bullet would be. It's like somebody took a hammer and just hit you. Like,
yeah.
That damn vest felt like it was tightening up on me and everything, man. Like shit. I don't know what the fuck these dudes think.
Well, that was Phoenix Jones, man. He was the Daredevil right there.
Holding
like shit.
The movies, man.
Man, that shit, man. Dude, real life. We know it was crazy because no lie, me and my guy we was on our way to the mall and shit the other day, and we was just talking about this shit in the car. And he was talking about the I don't know if it's Phoenix Jones, whichever superhero dude has the tattoo on his neck. He has a goatee as well. I don't know, some weirdo, man.
Oh, that might be the same. Well, I don't know.
Well, I know. I was telling him, I said, man, you would have to have like 6 or 7 different black belts and just as many, I mean, as many martial arts or whatever. I said you would need tactical training, you would need hand-to-hand combat training with weapons. You would also need fucking like all type of munitions training and everything. I said, and then you might could go down there and take out maybe 3 or 4 hood dudes, maybe. That's just maybe.
Maybe.
I said, yeah, you run into 5 or 6 blue belts, man, they're gonna fuck you up.
Well, Phoenix Jones does MMA also.
You say what?
Phoenix Jones does MMA.
Man, all that MMA shit don't mean nothing when a motherfucker got a gun and it's 2 or 3 people.
Don't get it twisted. I'm not like the nerdy kid that hopped on like my boy Phoenix does jujitsu and would kill 10 guys with his fists. Like I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like he's done stuff.
Man, that shit. You could take 3 or 4 of the wimpiest dudes ever. They might still run over and beat the shit out of the dude ass.
And they know
that shit.
If
that shit is stupid.
If the people getting jumped, if the people really about it and they trying to hurt you, they're gonna hurt you. You're not gonna overpower 3 niggas. It's just not happening. I'm sorry.
Hey, but they be acting like that shit like motherfucker you finna jump off of a small roof and land in the middle of 4 or 5 dudes and just start disarming them or somebody. Like
the best thing you could do is hold on to one person, man. Maybe you could whoop one of them real good, probably. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it.
That's why you gotta be like Big Daddy. Motherfucker choke the shot of one dude and shoot the shit out of everybody else.
Shit. Well, really, you just don't want to get trapped. Like even if you had a bunch of guys on you, the second that you can't move, you're done.
You're done, no question. I've had very few fair fights in life, so I know.
Yeah.
Right. The best thing you can do is get your back against a wall, man, and hope for the best.
Right, hope for the best. If you could choke out one or just hold one where you using him to block some of them hits or whatever, and then they just give up, then maybe that's it. You just better hope the rest of them don't have no knife or nothing like that. If they just whoop you and you could take the whooping, then it is what it is.
I mean, I think the best way ever. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Back in high school, man, it's this dude named Thompson Cunningham, man. We were in the foyer before you get to our swim corridor, and I seen this dude whoop like 5 dudes, like almost like y'all remember the movie Dangerous Minds? Remember Emilio?
Mm-hmm.
Like Emilio was whooping them 2 dudes. Like it was like that, man, for real. Like he was throwing motherfuckers around and shit. I'm like, that was like the only time I ever seen somebody get jumped that could handle everybody that was jumping. Yeah, otherwise, man.
Yeah, it's rare. It's very rare, man. You got to be about your squabbles. But yeah,
there's a difference between fighting and winning, man.
Word.
Surviving. That's
Ty, tell me about when the dude jumped you at the coffee bean.
Stupid.
Ty will swing his book bag like a person and everything. Y'all tell that story, Ty.
You know what it is too, is that like, that's what the culture of like this internet shit, talking shit on the internet and all of that. 90% of these people, they never punched nobody. They never been punched. They don't know that it's real out there, and that's why they be talking crazy like that. Like that's really where all of that comes from. All this internet tough guy shit. Listen, man, I know it's real out there. I've been hurt, and I put hurtings out as well too. So I know that it's real.
Damn, you scary.
The hospital. You understand? And I ain't no sucker.
I don't know if like, I think he's got a pretty controversial fan base, but like Joe Rogan says that all the time, is why he does jujitsu is because it's like everybody's humble, because when dudes are making you pass out every day, you learn like not to just talk shit to people all the time.
Right. Yeah, I like Joe Rogan a lot, man. He's pretty level-headed dude.
Yeah, well, he's hit or miss with me. Like I like him a lot, but then sometimes he'll do some off-the-wall shit. Like, dude. But yeah, Dr. Rhonda. By the way, plug Joe Rogan podcast with Dr. Rhonda Patrick. Fuck.
Who's Rhonda Patrick?
Won the lottery. That's my doctor, man.
Who's Rhonda Patrick?
She's kind of a health nut. She's all about like healthy living and eating healthy. But she's like a scientist and a doctor. But specifically, she was like finding new connections between like the brain and the intestines and stuff, like chemical connections.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, basically proving how stress.
That's right up your alley. Pause.
I know. That's why I fucking spit my drink out, fucking turn around, like, who is this?
You say Mike can eat a donut or a soft shell taco and his stomach won't hurt?
He's finished.
Fuck
a
fell out of my chair.
Fuck a fist fight. He eats some shit, it's over.
Fucking got you strapped to a chair, hold a pastry in his face.
Y'all messed up.
Dang.
Looking at a Punk of Mike shit right here. All his
it's hard.
His sewing skill. His customizing skills. I see
his clothes he designed?
No, well, some of them are 3A, and then some of them he like meshed together.
Yeah, this looks real cool.
Yeah, that looks nice. That A.C.B.A. t-shirt. I'm gonna have to get one of those for some of my figures.
For the Mezco figures, that would be real nice, man. I like this shirt.
From Brandon. If you could take those shirts off,
Mm-hmm.
because most times the shirts are connected to the pants.
Yeah. That's definitely how it is on that Punisher that they just put out.
That's nice right there, especially with the kitty eyes phasing from the ground.
Yeah, this is real nice.
Yeah.
Real simple too. This is the shit that be killing me about the page though too, because there's nothing wrong with this picture really. Like I'm saying, it's clean, it's well lit, like everything is good, all the costumes match up, everything. is good, right? You know what I'm saying? It's in my opinion, it's a picture that should at least be at 400 or 500. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing.
It ain't gonna work like that though, because you got too many people concerned with what it is they collect or what it is that they just like in general versus recognizing something's actually a decent picture or it's like nice photography and setup and everything. It's just not gonna happen.
There's nothing wrong with that picture. Then we got a picture here from Akira Joe, and he's got a bunch of these synthetic humans in 466. But you know, basically the appeal of this is that he's got a bunch of synthetic humans and he spent a bunch of money, but it's not really like, you know, as far as the posing and everything goes, it's kind of sloppy. That blood and everything here looks a little crazy. The background is just thrown together. It's not really shadows on the background right here. It's not really a totally clean pick. You know what I'm saying? The framing looks a little crazy. It's not better than Brandon.
Hey, but that's skull. Go back to it. Look at the eyes on the skull by the shield, though.
Yeah, now that was a nice touch. That was a nice touch. Yeah, you can see somebody highlighted that right there. That was cool. But and then you got a picture from Johnny, and he's coming with all of these throwing picks. I don't know what you would call that technique or whatever, but with this,
you know what? Click that replies because I forgot to read that the other day when someone was asking him how he made the eyes glow. Click the replies on that one. Right there, Hitanshu.
Where? Oh, okay.
Yeah, right there. What do you say?
That's
edited.
Yeah, okay. But
I don't know, that technique is it's a decent technique. Don't get it twisted. I can't shit on the technique. I'm just, I mean, certain way like that's supposed to be snowing, which I mean I guess it's fine. But it's certain pictures like I go on Instagram. It's like one dude standing there and this dirt is flying across the like a bomb explosion, but he's just standing there doing nothing. Like,
you know what it is? A lot of times is that like they focus so much on just the technique that they don't focus on everything or the posing. The posing here in this particular one looks fine to me. I like the way the Ultrons look running and everything. I think the focus on everything is cool here. What I wasn't really feeling though was that Bruce Lee picture that he had did. Bruce Lee, the pose looked kind of whack, but people just, you know, they just loved that shit. This was funny right here. That was cool.
That's stupid.
Oh, that reminds me, Boog, what'd you think of Shannon's video for round 3?
You know what's funny? That's the only video that I saw, and I haven't finished my scoring yet. So I'm gonna fall back for a second. Talk about that next week. We're gonna see how this whole thing pans out.
You know what? I got to go through and watch that shit though, man. I haven't seen one video for the tournament.
This was cool too for a couple of panels or whatever. It's a lot of cutout work here though, but this was pretty clean from Jerry Gamboa.
See, that's what would have made this figure like. It's just, like I feel like this figure is just below the line, not just because of the cape, but the two faces they picked. Like I was digging through the books, huh?
No, I was about to say, are they really similar to each other, the two faces?
No, they're different, and that's the gimmick. Is one is goofy and one is serious, but the faces they picked is like he doesn't normally look like that. Like normally for the goofy face, they got the eyes right, but his mouth would just be kind of like a frown, like not the smiling thing with the mouth open. And then the serious face, they made him like cross-eyed, and again with his mouth open, but usually like he's not. That's the joke of the character. He's not very expressive like that. So they could have done the faces differently.
This was nice from Pharaoh here. With Batman coming through the door. And again, like, yo, nothing wrong with this pick. Everything looks good. The natural light shining through. Batman coming through. Back here, you can see Joker's socks and all of that stuff looks real good. 224.
What's crazy? That ain't even natural light.
It's not? Oh, it looked like natural light.
I did the it's a setting on the camera that when you take the picture, if you look at it through the screen, it looks fucked up. It looks like it's like really like blurry and everything. But when you use it, once you upload your pictures, that's what it looks like.
Gotcha. All right, but yeah, that that looks good. Nothing really wrong with that pick. Still under 300, under 500.
Oh man, it's always gonna be like that, man.
This was cool from
Mhm.
Simon Hill. 305. He's got some real.
Ooh, that cutout though.
Got some. What was I about to say? Some real tree branches here. Save the earth, Simon. What are you doing?
Nah, that's popsicle sticks. The rest of it, I think. Go back up. Go up to that Black Widow picture.
Black Widow. Oh yeah. This right
Oh,
here.
okay.
No.
Okay.
Nuts. And she
Why is it? What's going on? She's just sitting there chilling. This shit just flying at her.
and
It's nothing.
the
Snake
bitch
Eyes will catch
is
me
huge.
before. Snake Eyes is gonna say before any of this shit hits. Watch.
Yeah, that one didn't translate so well.
Wolverine choking a raptor? Damn.
You see that?
Oh, he stabbed it. I was like, damn.
That's a lot of blood.
What's
That's the thing with this too, though. It's like, what's the motion? What's
Oh, he ripped it open from with the right claw. I'm thinking he stabbed him through the face with the left hand. I'm looking for the claws. Like
he's got some issues with the depth here. He needs to move his trees back a bit. Like look how close they are. Look how tall Wolverine looks to the stuff. You got to give himself some space.
they're on Mini Island, man. That's Mini Island. What you talking about?
Right.
Wolverine's over there helping out all the people that were small.
He done had some pen particles.
Right.
What else was
What
good?
was that movie with Jack Black? Gulliver's Travels or something like that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Gulliver's Travel was
It was a book.
the book, right?
Yeah, it was a book, and then Jack Black played in the movie. The one where they had him tied down and shit.
I like that lighting, but I'm not sure what Spider-Man is doing.
I don't know why either one of them is actually posed like that. If Electro shoot lightning at them, they both like they're attacking somebody else. Well, they could be actually. I guess.
Like running away.
It's another picture from Johnny. I like that. I like that whole.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Should have had some just like a few like little tattered clothes on the body though, maybe.
Well, you know what? I think that the troopers look way too big to be that far back away from the skeleton. The skeleton looks very small, like he was a child. I don't even think they were actually needed. If he could have found a little more like rubber or a little bit of dial he could have put back there and put snow on that as well. I don't even think
some fire coming from the because he been there for a while. That wouldn't have made no sense. But yeah.
Rebels come in all sizes though, so
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
but I mean,
that's true. But
I think it was human bones. It probably wouldn't have been that small unless he was a fucking midget.
I mean, it's still a nice picture. Don't get twisted. I'm not gonna take that away from him.
Yeah, it's cool. This was nice from Slings too.
mm-hmm.
Look at that picture of that Mezco Joker. That's another thing why I didn't like the Joker as well. It has no place.
Yeah,
like it's all across the board. Yeah. I mean,
Batman just gave up, huh? He like,
right?
Yeah, big. Do your worst.
He listened to the A.C.B.A podcast where everybody told him just take the beatings and wait for him.
Basically.
Boog told me this is how I'll get through this.
Kermit is a fucking nut. What's that little Kermit name?
I don't know. What's the little dude name? Is that supposed to be his nephew or some shit? Who is he supposed to be? I don't even know.
I don't know, man. I ain't watched the fucking Muppet Show in years.
Yeah, it's like the next generation of Muppets, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Is what all boy heads maybe? No, right? No, yeah.
No, that's the Tony Stark is from the one that we got, I believe.
Is it?
Nah,
no.
it's not.
Nah. Maybe. Nah, I don't think so.
You might be right.
Ooh, I'm excited for the figure arts Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Have they showed a figure art Spider-Man?
not yet.
No, only in my dreams.
What was
They
it?
already
The
motherfucker together, painted it and everything.
what was it? The Mayfex that they showed?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went ahead and ordered it, man. You remember we were talking about it? I went ahead and ordered it and shit. This isn't a bad picture. I'm pretty sure at some point in time Daredevil has beat the shit out of Hydra agents. I just don't like putting Daredevil versus Hydra.
Yeah, me neither. Daredevil was not. No.
I try to keep the street people street unless it's Spider-Man.
Nah, Daredevil's fought like everybody. I mean, he even
Yeah, no, I'm most definitely. I can believe that.
Daredevil beat Psylocke.
Yeah.
What? In Avengers versus what's the name?
Yeah, Avengers versus X-Men.
This is a different cigar that he gave him, huh? This can't be the cigar that came with the figure, right? Came with the head, I mean.
I think it might be.
You sure? It looks bigger, right?
It does look big, like it's stretching the mouth more than. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a different cigar. I'm looking at mine right here in front of me. That's got to be a different cigar.
Hey,
But
you know what's crazy? I lost my cigar. He replaced my cigar, and he sent it. He sent it in an envelope, a regular envelope, not padded. So when I got the letter, the cigar was gone. Had already ripped through the envelope.
wow.
I was kind of pissed.
Whoever did this
guys see?
is pretty nice, though. I'm not sure who painted that for. He might have. Well, no, I don't think he painted himself.
Did you guys see the Deadpool one he's working on right now?
Who?
Yeah, I just looked at that on Instagram.
Yeah.
Who? Mayshow?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta check that
Oh
out.
my god, what is Nightwing doing?
Mm-hmm. Tom Green.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump across these buildings.
Yeah, I don't know.
This was cool. This was funny. Got the kicks. This was funny too.
Yeah, that's retarded. And that some of those figures is perfect for some of that dumb shit they be doing with them.
Pretty much. That was cool. I like this too.
That ain't bad either. I think that was a waste of fucking Mezco material right there, though.
Why you say that?
It is. I mean, I don't see that figure right there. I mean, it's first of all, like the boots and shit, all that's all wrong. But I don't know. It's just something about that figure. I just do not like it.
The Commander Rogers figure or this one? Just the Skip Bash or just the Commander Rogers?
The Commander Rogers, period.
I didn't like the head sculpt. It looked too soft. It looked, I don't know.
What about Brandon's Stan Lee?
This looks cool.
All I see is Ledger. I see a comic Joker and a bunch of ledgers. That's what bothered me. I mean, the picture's nice. Don't get it twisted. I ain't gonna tell you that the picture's not nice because it is. I just can't see past. Like when I see that Joker, when I put it with the Batman figure, I didn't like it either. I didn't like that I had him with the fucking Affleck, and I can't see him with the Harley. I can't see him with with none of that shit. It just doesn't fit.
Yeah, people be going nuts with with mix and match and Harley with different Jokers and this and that. It's kind of a mess. This guy's always got clean stuff. Always got real clean stuff.
Man, it's crazy because I can't post a Dragon Ball Z figure for shit.
You know what? I can't get these effects to light up how I want them half the time. Really, the aura effect at the very least. Like I don't know.
You gotta shop it.
I guess so.
Yeah, you don't have to fuck with your picture. A lot of these pictures are tampered with.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean anything is wrong with them or whatever. I'm just saying that a lot of them though, some of the filters and shit help without. We definitely need a new beast.
New
And
what?
Gambit. I said we need a new beast and Gambit.
Yeah, we're gonna get a Gambit. I'm feeling like they're gonna play themselves though and not give us the classic Gambit though. This running pose is nice.
Yeah, but what's going on?
Kansas falling, I guess.
It's clean though.
I'm sure this shot.
Mm.
Why he got
Is it
everybody blurred out like that?
He has his, it's the way he has his camera set. I don't think he's intentionally doing that. At least I don't think so. I mean, who knows?
Who can see the question? We can start taking some questions. Actually, it's 8:30.
Jesus, his arms up high. He running fast as hell. His arms up that damn high.
He's out of there.
He's like, that's that get out, bro.
Look at this shit.
You know, it's crazy. Where in the hell is he at?
Who knows?
Like he a little bistro in fucking Italy or something.
Everybody left. They didn't close at the restaurant. Just left him there with the bottle.
Right.
Yep.
Fuck it. We out. See you in the morning, Mr. Stark. Who did this Daredevil head?
Brandon.
That's
B Custom.
yeah.
Who?
B Customs.
Oh,
Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah. He's doing another Cyclops head too with the beam effect. You should hit him up, man, and get you one. I think he's doing the sets for like $50 with the head and the beam, and I think it's painted as well.
Okay.
Why is J. Jonah Jameson's back there on the gun? And what the fuck is Coulson doing?
I want people to like obscure those faces a little bit or change it up a little bit so it don't look like J. Jonah
Jameson. When the fuck? What the? See, and that's what the problem be. It's not even so much the picture is bad. It's like, why in the fuck? I can okay if you I don't know, man. It's J. Jonah fucking Jameson, man. If you threw him in a DC thing, I could probably ignore it. But I mean, it's a Marvel universe. He's J. Jonah Jameson in that universe, no matter what. So it's like, what the fuck is he doing?
I know he got multiples of that figure. He could have just changed it up, put a full beard on him, make all the hair black or something. Just change it up a little bit. But I like the picture though. Anyway, though, cutout work is clean. Everything looks good though. You probably could have toned down some of that extra colored light, but still, I like his work though. That's Thomas Villacorta at men.n.tights on Instagram. Can one of y'all see the questions? That's usually
I don't know how to get to the questions, man. I ain't never seen the questions.
Weggy Spoder says, do you think Mezco will make a Tiger Stripe Wolverine? I think I can only get one, and I'm trying to decide if I should pre-order Old Man Logan or hold off for Tiger Stripe.
I most definitely think they probably will, but you can't. I mean, shit. How can we really determine that? Especially with a company like Mezco, who knows what the hell they're gonna do?
Well, I mean, when I spoke to them at Toy Fair, they seemed like they were very open to several Wolverine looks and possibilities. I mean, look how soon after this one is dropping, we talked about it. I made it a point to say that I don't think most people were feeling the Wolverine that they were about to drop with the shorts and everything, and people probably want a classic costume look or just something just kind of regular on street clothes, and they came with the Old Man Logan. So, I mean, not to say that they did it because I was saying that was probably way already in the works, but I'm just saying like it's a good possibility that they probably will do a Tiger Stripe or some version of it, Mezco's version of it. I highly doubt that it's going to be exactly how you would want it, but then again,
it probably most definitely would be somewhat to the effect of the brown and yellow Wolverine. I mean, if I'm looking at it correctly, a lot of that leather look on it is pretty much probably sprayed onto the fabric material. So, I mean, who knows how it would come out, but I mean, shit, I really couldn't tell you.
What else you got down there, Mike? Anything?
That was it.
That was it.
We got Brandon's shit is super clean. A.C.B.A, A.C.B.A, A.C.B.A. Swaggy Spoder said sounds good. I'll hold off for now. Yeah, they got to do that Wolverine. Hasbro too. They need to bust that out.
I believe they'll probably end up doing anything, like Marvel period, because they got the license, but it just doesn't mean you're going to get it in a way that you want it. Like it's more likely going to be very stylized.
Yeah, you're getting Mezco's Tiger Stripe Wolverine.
I mean, I don't mind it anyway though, because I mean, that's pretty much what Square Enix is doing with their Players Sky shit.
Oh, that's the market for that is the same type of dudes that they just want everything like Final Fantasy'd out. Like, what if the shit was in Final Fantasy? And they just
I mean, I didn't mind them until I think the price point for those figures are killing them.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I can't pay that price. I mean, because like I said, I started out with the line. It was a little smaller too, but I started out. I think I paid $40 for Dante, and I think the last one I bought might have been $100. So I mean, they're well over now. I think Deadpool is like $120.
Dang. You know what though? I did see the Venom and the Carnage at my comic shop, and those things look fucking tight.
Did you feel like you should pay $120 for them?
Nah.
All right, see, that's the thing, man.
That was about the extent of it. I was like, "Can I see those? Oh, these are fucking tight." All right, here you go.
Right. Hey, that's how it was with the 12-inch Casey Jones figure in the Leonardo. I got to see those in my comic shop, and I was like, "Oh, these are nice." Yeah, well, we only want 120 for them. Yeah, okay, here you go.
I feel bad because I try to help out my comic shop, but like a lot of high-end stuff I just don't do. So they'll be like, "Oh, you want to buy this these Mezco figures and this, that, the other?" Actually, I came here for that $7 mini mate pack. Oh, okay. What's cool though is my local shop. They let us do like displays and stuff. Like there's cases in there where it's just all A.C.B.A displays. Mostly Josh set some up, Josh Cheney. But what's cool about it is like so many people go in and see it and take flyers and stuff. But the owner's wife was actually motivated. So she's a big Voltron fan. So when that show when the new one came out, she bought all the figures. And she set up a detolf in the front of their store of all Voltron displays that she did. And she put a big old sign like "not for sale." And I went in, I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I was doing my A.C.B.A stuff, but I don't want people to buy them because I love Voltron." I thought that was pretty cool.
Who was that?
Oh my god. I gotta tell this whole story.
I heard most of the story. I got it, but I just want to know where it was.
Oh, my local comic shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they let us do A.C.B.A stuff in there, and so the owner's wife was inspired. So when she got the new Voltron stuff, she set up her own detolf and put like "not for sale" on it.
I've never been a big Voltron fan, honestly, like that.
That's what I told her. She wanted to chat me up. She's like, "Oh yeah, you know about all this other stuff about Voltron." I was like, "Man, you hit the one black hole." Like I never got into Voltron. I don't know.
I don't know. Growing up, Voltron was, it was part of the lineup. I think that the Netflix show actually, I like the Netflix Voltron actually.
Don't get me wrong. I watched the show all the time as a kid. But
I did see a video.
I do understand where, like, Voltron didn't really do shit. He got his ass whooped, and then he formed a blazing sword, and he cut the bad guy in half, and it was over. So, I mean,
I saw a video the other day though that like was showing the differences between the Japanese Voltron and the American release and how they cut out a bunch of stuff. Like one of them was there's an episode where there's like a cannon shooting at Voltron and he's like deflecting the blast. But what they cut out in the Japanese version was that the planet was like a slave planet and that the cannon was actually shooting like humans at them. Like those beams they were smacking away, those were people.
Yeah, I think it's the original. It's called Go Lion Force.
Mhm.
If anybody wants to check it out or whatever, I mean, some of that shit gets weird, man. Like most definitely.
We got a question. Do you think there will be a new Ares in the Legends line?
I don't see why not. I think so, but
I hope so.
because that one they have right now sucks.
You know, there's enough tooling out there right now too to piece together an Ares.
So Ares sucked. Ronan the Accuser sucked. Nihilus sucked. Well, Nihilus was okay, but the Blob sucked. Shit, there's a lot of those damn Builder figures that just sucked ass.
Well, those everyone you listed like came out back to back, so that was like a whole time period.
Right. I mean, you know, it was a lot of shit, man. A lot of we were talking about Legends last week. We were talking about like how far they progressed, and I mean, it's just a lot of them that was just bad.
You know what? They announced Ares. They announced Ares as part of a Thor wave.
Whoa. Did they? Because my boy Todd was on it, and he said that was a misunderstanding. That the only thing that's confirmed is the Build-A-Figure Executioner.
Oh, okay. I thought it was known. I thought they said there was supposed to be Ares in that wave.
Well, they were circulating a list about like what was it, like Ares, Valkyrie, Thor, like a bunch of stuff. But Todd's, I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Todd put out an updated video saying that he talked to his Hasbro guy, and it's just the only thing confirmed is Executioner Build-A-Figure, not the actual characters in the wave.
That's interesting. I think we'll get Ares.
Yeah, I hope so.
You tell Todd to worry about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh man, I think. Oh, I don't know how many Angelas he has. You got to ask him, but he's got a bunch, and I know he's got like 3 or more of the select Gamoras.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, that's his
He
favorite.
likes-
Those are his favorite characters, and in the favorite costumes. So that was like a home run for him.
Angela was better in Spawn books.
Well, yeah. There was in the Spawn animated series, in the episode she was in, there's like a flashback where she's killing like a medieval Spawn, and I forget the context, but I think it was like Dallas or I don't know. Somebody was talking about them. Maybe like when somebody must have been arguing with Harvey, because I posted like a screenshot of that, and I was like, Angela killing Black Panther this year in Legend sales or something.
Oh boy. we know where that argument would have went.
Oh, here's a.
I don't know. Todd, I fuck with Todd a lot, and like I said, Todd's the type of dude I feel that right now he can give a shit about Batman, but if Marvel got him, he'd just buy all. He have a bunch of Batman figures.
I don't know. He's pretty particular. Like he likes like older stuff.
If you put Batman on Guardians of the Galaxy, that motherfucker's gonna buy 6 of them Batman figures.
Well, he hates Kitty Pryde. That's why I try to put Kitty in my pictures as jabs, because he hates that Kitty Pryde's on the team.
I don't think you were on the chat that time when I was fucking with him about the Fantastic Four. Oh my god, he was so mad. He just left the chat. You're not lying. He's really particular about a lot of shit, man. That is.
Got the Arthur Fist ready. Arthur Fist memes.
Hey, that shit is Brock. You gotta bring Brock back.
Here's a good question. How do you guys feel about the model kit Frieza compared to the figure arts one? I think that could be expanded, like the figure-rise kits versus figure arts.
Oh shit! I haven't put one together. I think haven't you?
Yeah. I would say, well, figure arts crushes it. I'd say the only like necessity for the figure-rise characters is if it's someone we don't have yet, or if you can't get the figure arts version. Like right now, the Kid Boo is a really good one to have. Something though that I didn't know until like looking at them and getting them and stuff is that they're because they're model kits, they're plain. Like they come with stickers and stuff. It's like when you put Kid Boo together, he doesn't have shit on him. So you either have to paint it or put the stickers.
Oh, okay. Damn,
Nope.
I didn't know they. Yeah, I mean, that could be a pain in the ass because a lot of the Gundams, the 1/44 scale shit, a lot of those come with stickers in place of all type of shit. You'd have thought that they could just mold it to plastic in, and it's horrible, man. I hate it.
That reminds me, we're supposed to be getting that figurized time machine.
Yeah. That looks good. Oh, and you know what? The figurized effects, the electric ones, I think are way better than the Tamashi ones.
Oh yeah,
They're much, or
They're
you know,
thinner.
maybe not look better so much, but they're much easier to use. I think they fit better into your displays.
they pick up the light better.
Definitely.
I seen them at the comic shop,
Huh?
and they look. I seen them at at the model shop. They had the yellow and the blue. I think $11 each
Yeah.
at my shop or whatever. I started to go ahead and get them, and I said, I don't know if I even need any more electric effects.
Yeah, the Tamashi ones, I mean, they look cool for what they are, but they're just so like they're stiff, they're clunky looking. It's like weird. Like the figure rise is good if you just want like bits of electricity that you can like build into whatever, you know? Like it's not pre-set. Plus it's cheap, you know, the Tamashi one's what, like $25? And for $10 you can get the other one and an aura effect.
You know what what I didn't like about the Tamashi ones too was was the places where you could like use them to snap them onto like figures and shit. Like it don't really fit any figures. Like,
No.
it's
It was super thick too. Like the wrist parts were super thick.
They were made for stands though. I know what you're talking about like the clips for the arms and shit like that.
Yeah.
That because they were made for certain scale figures. I mean, we use them for all type of shit, but I think they were aimed at Kamen Rider, if I'm not mistaken. I think a lot of that shit is really made with Kamen Rider in mind because when they started showing all that shit, every figure they had up there was a Kamen Rider. I know the wind effect, if I'm not mistaken, goes for Kamen Rider Joker, maybe. I think half of him is purple and half of him is green, and you can use those effects with him. I know the explosions, they had the bikes jumping over the explosions.
Yeah.
You know.
I wish that they would just put out official releases of like the bootlegs, like how the bootleggers just make like every color of every effect.
I agree.
Like that, like the what's it even called? The one you were just talking about, like the swirly one. What is that called?
That's a wind effect.
Wind effect, right? Like if they had that in clear or blue.
Most definitely. Hell, red too.
Yeah, every single effect. You go on the bootleggers on China and they got every other color.
Yeah, but those damn things, I don't know. Certain ones have your hands smell like, I don't know.
Like they just dumped the gasoline out of their fucking moped and molded it into the plastic.
Right, like what the fuck is this shit made out of? You gotta open that shit, let that shit sit out for a while.
Yeah, that shit might be toxic. Who knows? 30 years. We all be dead.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Right. our hands start turning clear green.
It's like fake gold, you gotta test it.
Action figure collectors worldwide stricken with mystery disease.
Hey, you gotta have a bunch of us like Timmy from South Park and shit.
No. We're all going out like Captain Marvel. Fucking cancer on the deathbed with all of our superhero friends around us.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have Sean Long and that black dude he hang out with come to my Batman versus Superman. Put on the show.
Everybody dressed up at the wake.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. How trash is that new Black Panther Walmart exclusive?
Don't look trash at all to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
I mean, it's trash in the sense that it's not even a new figure, and people going nuts over it. It's just a fucking repaint. I want a Black Panther on that Spider-Man 2099 mode, or Spider UK maybe.
I think the 2099 is the overall better body design.
Yeah.
Like I know they're different, like for different proportions, but I just think it's the better figure.
There's P. What was that question you want to ask him before?
Oh fuck! What was it? I said that's a Pancho question, but I don't remember.
Oh, about One Punch Man and the people working on that show. What else they might have worked on?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they worked on Gurren Lagann. What else did they work on? Shit, I don't know off the top of my head. I'll look it up though.
That's a Rick question.
We worked on shit directly to this fucking anime called shit.
Not for everybody. It's okay.
You know, since we're on the subject, Pancho, did they switch animation studios for the recent Dragon Ball Super episodes?
No, I don't know. It's like so Dragon Ball Super. They switch production houses like each episode. That's how like Dragon Ball has always been. So like one studio will get one episode, the next one will get another. I think that they're just uniformly going for a new art style, kind of. Like the lines are thicker and the colors look more like high contrast and kind of washed out. I think they're honestly just trying to emulate the really old broadcast type of like look that it had on like those old ass VHSs and those like super old Toonami shows. Like I think they're honestly trying to emulate that. Like a couple of months ago when Super was just starting to like get revved up and they were recapping the Revival of F movie, this one deviant artist like created this filter where he took like screenshots from the movies and Super and he put them through a filter to make it look like old ass 90s like traditional like anime.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
And I think that really resonated with someone on at least a subconscious level, because it's no coincidence that popped up and now they're trying to emulate old 90s anime look with this. So I don't know. I don't mind it. I think it's pretty cool. It's different enough. So.
I love it. I mean, compared to some of the other fucking trash.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So real quick, going back to the question, it's Madhouse that does One Punch Man, and they've done literally a laundry list of stuff. They worked on Death Note. They worked on Ninja Scroll. They did Ninja Scroll. Jesus Christ, what didn't they do? They did a whole bunch of stuff, man. So they did the Street Fighter movies. Nuts. Hunter x Hunter is another really great thing. Perfect Blue. They've done it all, man. Like I said, Gurren Lagann. So it's a lot of shit they've done. Cassern, if you guys haven't fucked with Cassern is great. But yeah, they've done it all. I was really excited when they announced that Madhouse was going to be doing One Punch, because they have such a great and dynamic style of animating and translating stuff from a manga page. Like I knew it was going to work out.
Dude, watching One Punch Man, I felt like I don't know how many series there are where like the creators watch like the animation and think, oh, that's cool that, you know, my shit is in motion now. But I feel like One and what's the other guy? Yusuke, right? Yusuke Murata. Yeah. I feel like if I was them, I would be so hyped watching that show. Like, even though I know everything about it, just to see that motion, like, fuck.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. I think it's so great because those guys are like, One is such a, obviously for those of you who don't know, the guy who creates One Punch and like Mob Psycho 100, he goes by the name One. And like One is he's first and foremost a fan of anime and manga and stuff like that. So he must be like shitting himself when he sees his stuff finally in motion. Like, and for those of you who don't know, one draws like absolute like dog shit. Like if you look at the original, if you look at the original manga of One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100, he draws like shit.
Yeah,
And
the web comics.
yeah, but like so he must have lost it when I forget who did his manga for One Punch Man. But they did
Yusuke,
like
that's the guy.
yeah. So he must have been like sweating when Yusuke was all like, "Yo, I love your shit. I'm gonna redraw this shit so everybody can see it." And then he must have been like shitting himself when like Madhouse of all people was like, "Hey, let's do this." So it's great. It's great. Yeah,
So what's happening in the world of Nintendo?
Nothing. I've been lost in it for like the last week and a half. It's taking over my world. I've been doing nothing but it. Did any of you guys get a Switch or no?
No.
Nah, I didn't buy it.
Okay. Yeah, let me tell you, that console was nuts. I have never like believed in a commercial so much as the Switch, because like all the commercials for the Switch always show like of course it's marketing where like it's just like a bunch of like fucking stupid teenagers and like college kids like around like a setting and they all have their stupid Switches out and you're just like, in what real world situation would a bunch of these stupid kids have their stupid Switches out and just go like, yo, let's have a multiplayer match? But literally, like 3 days after that thing came out, me and all my coworkers went to Waffle House and we busted out our Switches and we were all playing multiplayer. So it's real.
I've seen all the straight third shit, the Waffle House.
Yeah, it's real, man. It was fucking lit at that Waffle House with all of our Switches. It was crazy.
Bunch of rich kids.
Yeah, right, exactly. Bunch of privileged, fucking stupid kids.
Like your coworkers at GameStop who are all gonna play games regardless.
Yeah, exactly. So that was kind of the silver lining of that situation. Like, of course, if there was any group of friends brought together by a work environment, it would be GameStop employees.
And you know, I mean, we're gonna get one. I mean, my girlfriend has to have Nintendo.
Yeah,
especially because of Mario. She has Mario is just the shit to her, so she's got to have one. But like I told her, I said we might as well just buy one closer to. I mean, it was no purpose of me running out to try to get a Switch and sitting down with her not doing anything with it because she's not about to play Zelda.
yeah. There's really no rush if she's like, if it's about Mario for her, it's no rush.
Right. So I mean, but we definitely get one, man. I mean, are the graphics better than the Wii U?
Yeah, they're better than the Wii U. Like, I mean, obviously, at the beginning of a console life, you're not going to see the most spectacular shit. Like, right. I honestly think, like, after the PS2 and Dreamcast and stuff, I honestly don't think we will ever have such a significant jump from generation to generation in terms of consoles. Like, even from like SNES to N64, like that was obviously a huge jump because it's 2D to 3D. But then N64 to GameCube was such a massive jump, and I don't think we're ever going to see something as nuts as that ever again. And I think that kind of like spoiled us as consumers. So with the Wii U to the Switch, I mean, if you know what to look for, there is a big difference, but it's not that big of a difference. Like the biggest like spectacle of the Switch is it is a console quality system that you can detach from your TV and literally play it with no compromise as a handheld. And like straight up, like every night when I go to bed, like I'll take it off my TV and then I'll literally just chill in bed and like just play it in bed for maybe like half an hour or whatever. And that's what I'll do. And that is an experience that's unprecedented and unavailable with any other console on the market right now, which I think is what they're going to do. But then obviously everybody's probably like Microsoft and Sony probably have something in the works to go ahead and, try and jump on that bandwagon as well, which is, I mean, just good for consumers. Like, I mean, the more and more people want to try it, like that just means more for everybody. So,
I mean, I'm a PlayStation dude. I was a little salty when I had to buy Xbox 360 over PS.
Oh, really?
I really didn't want to do it, but then I thought about it. Actually, what got me to buy it was one of my buddies was like, man, I got one for sale, and he had something like 6 games I didn't even play. but he had it for like $120, and I was like, fuck it.
Hell yeah.
Like,
That's dope.
come on, right? I wasn't doing nothing but smoking blunts and doing nothing anyway. Like that's what it was. I was doing like, fuck it, bring it through. And
Let's
then
go.
that's what got me, even having a 360, man. And to this day, right now, today, I'm still playing Grand Theft 4.
Hell yeah.
That's my favorite Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft 4 is great, man. What a great game. Love that shit.
What
Yeah,
about
I'm
the
glad
PC
a lot of people
Master
don't like
Race?
Yeah. What's up, Michael?
What about the PC Master Race?
Shit. Hey, there's nothing wrong with nothing wrong with them either. I mean, like I have all consoles and I have a pretty decent, PC as well. So like, I mean, why limit your like if the funniest thing to me when it comes to video games is like crazy like feral levels of brand loyalty. Like, why limit yourself to one thing in a blanket as huge as video games? That's the same situation as like some of these dudes like Marvel Legends diehards that won't even touch import figures. Like, why would you limit yourself to one thing?
I mean, you know what? Now
That was the perfect setup. You could have fucking nailed Fabio with that one.
Right.
Next
You're
time.
telling the truth. I don't think it matters anymore to me now. I'll play any damn thing if it's. I mean, 'cause
Yeah.
I don't buy many games, man. I mean, mostly, definitely, I'm in for the Grand Theft Auto with no question, and I'm in for Batman. And anything else is just because one day I happen to want a game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll buy a Tomb Raider or something like that, or God of War. But I don't really, I don't play a lot of video games.
Yeah, that's
Speaking
true.
of which, we got a question for Pancho. Is there going to be a Mario Kart game for the Switch? Because I prefer arcade games over all games, as it's never ending.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8 is being re-released on the Switch as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and it's gonna have like all the DLC and stuff, and it's gonna have new tracks, and the Splatoon character is gonna be added as new characters as well. So
That's great.
that's gonna be cool. And I think peeking back, I don't want to derail the podcast too much talking about video game stuff, but I think like peeking behind the curtain and reading between the lines on that is saying that Nintendo is willing to re-release a couple of their legacy games on the Wii U, but as like Game of the Year editions, because the Wii U, it's no secret that the Wii U is like their least successful console in a very long time. So a lot of these great games that were exclusive to Wii U, a lot of people didn't get. But even in the early days of Switch, like a lot of people are getting the Switch. So I think Nintendo is going to be re-releasing a lot of these games that were exclusive to Wii U as Game of the Year editions with extra content, all the DLC included. And I think that's great. Like Smash is inevitable. I guarantee you that Smash is going to come to the Switch. There's no question. Maybe we'll see. I would love to see like Super Mario Maker on the Switch. That would be crazy. But yeah, I dig it. And you know what? Hopefully, bringing it back to figures, let's hope that this revives the fucking Mario SH figure arts line. Because that damn line got no breaks at all.
Hopefully, man, they'll go ahead and Square Enix will allow another company to do some figures as well. Because my girl, she's real big into Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
She's really amped up about that or whatever, and I wouldn't mind getting a couple Kingdom Hearts figures as well. But I just don't need a fucking 8.5, 10-inch Sora.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, they and they said you saw that they're doing the 6-inch line for Square Enix is doing the 6-inch line from Kingdom Hearts, so I'm pretty amped on that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, PlayArts Kai is starting a new line, a subsidiary of PlayArts Kai. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called, but yeah, they said they had the 6-inch scale Sora at Toy Fair, and they plan on doing more. So hopefully that's cool. Rob Pollock is saying that he wants the World of Nintendo figures to be dual purpose as Amiibo, and I was thinking the same thing as well. I think that'd be super dope. I really don't think that would be that big of a deal. Either to add NFC technology to World of Nintendo figures or add articulation to Amiibo, like the new Guardians that came out. What's up?
World of Nintendo figures suck though.
Yeah, they're pretty ass. I'm not gonna lie. But when it comes to like smaller characters, like they do like the Pikmin and stuff, the non-articulated Pikmin. And whenever I'm out and I don't see a Pikmin, I see a Pikmin of a color I don't have, I'll pick them up. So when it comes to like their smaller shit, I really don't mind. But like their bigger articulated stuff it's kind of terrible. Like, the Samus and like the Link obviously pale in comparison to the Figma stuff. But like, what are you gonna do? It's an $8 figure versus a $50 figure.
Definitely, man. I bought a couple of them and I was highly disappointed. So I said, I'm just gonna stay away from that crap.
Yeah, and unfortunately, man, a lot of the things that coax me into buying World of Nintendo is because those are the only options. Like for Star Fox, they did Star Fox and his entire crew, but the only way you can get them in articulated form is through World of Nintendo, and it stinks. But like for the time being, that's like a placeholder. And maybe there's something happening behind the scenes where they're like, well, we'll see how these characters do in World of Nintendo, and then gauged off of that, maybe we'll go ahead and lend these licenses out to someone like a Figma or someone like. I think Figma's the only person that's done Nintendo stuff. As a matter of fact,
with the World of Nintendo stuff, is it just licensed to actual Nintendo products, or can they do things like Mega Man?
No, it's just Nintendo stuff, like first party Nintendo stuff. Yeah, I don't think they've ever done anything that wasn't first party.
Okay.
Yeah, and Starscreamer, True Starscreamer says their Metroid stuff is okay. Yeah, the Metroid is fine, but like that's like a non-articulated big ass Metroid. Like it's kind of hard to fuck that up. Like their Bowser is actually okay, and their DK is actually okay. Those big ass, like I think they stand like 7 or 8 inches tall, and those guys are okay.
The ones like $15 or $20 or something.
Yeah, and I remember actually when I went to New York for the first time, I actually got a chance to go into the Toys R Us in Times Square, and they had all of those joints like on clearance, and I picked up a Bowser and a DK, and I got them for like $7 or $8 each.
Hey, you know why you say that? I did some finagling and I got them both too. I got them both for I think $9.
Hell yeah!
Because they price matched Amazon, but it was a plush toy.
Oh, cool! Yeah.
Well, I mean, I only got them because I traded a guy for a San Diego Comic-Con Sergeant Slaughter figure.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I didn't care about
boys.
Exactly. Hell yeah. But yeah, like I was saying with those Amiibo, like saying that maybe they might meld the two lines together, World of Nintendo, that's a little far out there, but like they recently released the new Amiibo for Breath of the Wild, and the Guardian, which is like this spider looking kind of creature, all of his legs are articulated, like they're on a wire. So maybe adding articulation to Amiibo isn't something that's so far-fetched, because they're definitely experimenting with it. Sonic Rockman X also asks if the Amiibo for Breath of the Wild scale with Figma Link. No, unfortunately not. They're about like 4 inches tall, but the detail on them is great. They're all really great. Somebody in the group recently just did a shot with Ocarina of Time Link, the Amiibo for that. I can't remember who did it, but it was on the podcast when Fabio was screen sharing. He had it up, so, and they look good. If you know what you're doing in toy photography, as always, you can make these little weird figures look good. Same thing can be said for World of Nintendo. That's it. That's it for me.
We have a question here from Michael Wisman. It says, notice me, senpai?
Oh, man. Did you guys already go over what you got this week?
Yeah, we broke.
Oh, shit.
Broke as a joke.
I'm broke as fuck as well, man.
You know it's fucked when I got the most stuff out of everybody.
Damn. Shit. No way.
Like, oh, my God.
Man, you dudes ain't broke, man. You got. I seen the Switch release. You bought $1 million worth of shit, Pancho.
Well, yeah. Hey, you know what? Actually, funny thing
you bought manuals to the manuals that come with the Switch.
Yo, I paid for everything of my Switch with trade credit, man. Dead serious.
Hey, let me ask you. I think I might have asked you this before, but is it still the same way as where when people come to trade their shit in, like it tells you a value and you can you can tell them what you want the value to be, pretty much?
Oh no, I mean like, yeah, there might be some sneaky employees that like you can I'm sure just like every other POS system, you can change values, but like, be careful with that shit, I guess. But
it was crazy because way back when I usually don't tell this story. I don't even tell people this. My buddy Adam, he was the manager of a GameStop, and I used to go up there and fuck with him like every day. Like I would go up there and fuck with him every day. He was like, "Hey man, why don't you come work?" And I mean, I don't get it twisted, man. My background is sketchy. I tell anybody that, man. so I'm like, man, like, will they hire me? And they're like, yeah, I'll hire you. Fill out the app, I'm gonna hire you. And they hired me. This is during the time, I don't know if they still do this. They used to let you pretty much take games home and play them, the ones that are in the envelopes, in the drawers or whatever. But
yeah, I remember that.
Man, I didn't know that he brought me in for a mini crime ring, man. Like he was stealing game consoles, and he was telling people what he would do is he would tell people that come in, he's like, man, look, I can hook you up with 15% more, but I can't give you a receipt.
Shit.
And some people go for that. So then it was taking like the games of trade value of like $25, $30. He was putting those to the side and keeping those. He was giving people trade credit back for the little small games and shit, and just telling them like he was hooking them up and shit. In reality, he was just stealing their games and using it for value and shit. This is before you even had to have a ID to trade shit in.
Yeah.
To sell shit, rather.
Man, backdoor
shady deals. Movies too at this time.
Yeah, that was a very long time ago, man. Holy shit! Yeah,
it was a long time ago, man. I'm just saying that was just crazy, man. And that whole thing was crazy because what ended up happening was that before he quit, he went down to another GameStop down a Delta store and took everything he could find that he was missing from stealing, and he literally like it was scanned like as him having it. Whatever it is he did, that's what he did, and he took the shit back or something or whatever. But I know that the guy who got the store after him had to be fucked.
Yeah, no shit.
Like,
that's wild. Yeah, let me tell you, the first time I ever started working for GameStop was back when our store wasn't bought out by GameStop yet. This is my first job when I was 16. I worked at this place called Software Etc.
I remember Software Etc.
Yeah, Software Etc. And yo, we had the most fucking slickest, like greasiest, like grease and palm, shadiest motherfucker. Let me tell you, this dude, seriously, like he was stealing every single day. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, this guy had his job for maybe about a month, maybe a couple of weeks to a month when I started working there. And then one day I was leaving and whatever, and I guess he thought that I had left. And then I came back around the corner, and then like I saw him just stuffing shit in his bag. And I was like, yo, what's going on? And he's like, hey man, can you keep a secret? And I was like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like, yeah, 16-year-old me was like sweating bullets because like I didn't know what the fuck to do, man. My first job at like, at the time, like any, stupid 16-year-old, their dream job working at a game store. I was like, what the fuck do I do? And like I was like having like inner turmoil, like my fucking conscience was like working in overdrive for like the next like 3 days. And then I came into work one day, and then his ass was gone. And I was like, yo, what happened to this dude? They're all like, yo, did you know he was stealing the entire time? And I was like, oh, no. It was like crazy, man. And like,
hey, that's what he was supposed to tell you. Like, I didn't know you like to get wet.
Exactly.
Supposed to do the training day on your ass.
Yeah, man. Like shady shit like that happens so often in everything. Like if it's so rampant and like corporate places like that, I can't imagine what it's like in mom and pop places. It's unreal. Man.
I worked at Hot Topic a couple times, and that was such an issue that they like a couple stores had to, probably a lot of more stores had to fire like the entire store and rehire everybody.
Yeah.
And it was part of the training was specifically like if your friend, that scenario, like you walk in and your friend is stuffing shit, what do you do?
Yeah, exactly. What can you do, man? Like, it's nuts.
Ask her how much you gonna get for that shit. All right, how much you gonna get for that shit? Like cut me. I'm telling you, because when I came in to the store I was working at, man, and I knew he was there for some shicey shit, but the first time I seen him steal something and sell it, I wasn't even sure I knew I was looking at. He just, listen, God can. I swear I'm not lying. He looked at me with this look like almost like, damn, I gotta cut him in. Does he know? Does he? I'm just staring at it. He was like, here, and he handed me $75. And I was like, yeah, okay, I know what time it is now.
Yeah, man. The bigger that circle gets, like the slipperier the slope. You know, it's nuts.
I mean, but you gotta realize, man, the way I was raised, man, it wasn't like I was gonna be like, man, cut me in, or I'm telling. Like, never an option.
Yeah,
that's, you know what I'm saying. But it'd be either cut me in, or I'm gonna find my own way to get paid about this bitch. Definitely jeopardize what you doing.
Yeah, and it's not so far fetched like you were saying, Michael. Like an entire store staff just fucking gone. It happens more often than you guys think, man.
I don't know, man. Stealing though ain't my thing, man. I think it's a very embarrassing thing, especially if you're caught stealing. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean,
like it's gotta be crazy. You caught stealing video games or action figures or wherever the fuck it is you're stealing.
Yeah, to get caught and have a fucking like have a rap sheet for stealing video games and figures, like, come on.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted, man. I mean, I grew up. I ain't even that far away from the ghetto now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, come on. No way in fucking hell I'm gonna use my felony for some damn stealing some toys,
right?
Or some video games. I'm saving my felony for what I really got to get caught doing some shit. That's what I mean, and I don't mind putting it out there now. When I caught my felony, it was for some real shit. I wasn't trying to stealing no
male prostitution.
Right.
Prostitution. Prostitution's a misdemeanor, Michael.
I'm totally with you there, man, because like when I was out there like that, it was always a day. It was always me weighing what it was, what I had or what I was doing, and how much time it was going to be for me to do it. Every single day that I went out to do something that was crazy like that, I'd be like, you know, am I built for 5 years right now? Yeah, I can do 5 years right now. I'm good.
Yeah, that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
not for no video games.
but not for that. Like, you know, I'm taking a risk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be for something more. Like, you know, but yeah, I'm with you there. Stealing was never really my thing either. Not no petty crimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
did you guys see that movie Don't Breathe, like the horror movie?
Nah. I hate that movie.
Well, I just bring it up because there's one of the little funny quirks of one of the characters is he like every time they commit a crime, he's like talking about like, all right, but don't pull out the gun because that's this many years. Don't do this. All the shit.
He's not lying though. It's a big difference between if me and you have a fight and I beat your ass versus me whooping your ass and then I go in your pocket, or you know what I'm saying, or take the chain from around your neck or something, or I just happen to hit you with the brick. Like everything that changes the whole scenario, man. Like,
my grandmama gave me that chain.
Oh man.
just having a weapon during any crime is always going to elevate that shit to a whole new level.
I'm saying Pharaoh fucking hit me with the brick and stole my shit, and he got used video games in his house and everything.
He fed me gluten. Had me going down for attempted murder.
All those mezcos you found in his place, those are mine.
I've never had job where people wasn't stealing from the job though. I've never not encountered people just stealing on a regular basis and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think I ever had no job where I didn't know that somebody was taking some shit. What people do, man.
Damn, I knew the A.C.B.A admins were in on it.
Man, you'd be surprised, man. Most of these dudes that listen to this podcast and we fuck around these figures in and repackaging figures, stealing figures, popping the heads off of shit, taking the effects out of the shit, all type of shit.
Man, that shit fucks up the game, man.
Yeah, my local Walgreens now got their shit. Like, they have the things individually sealed and then put that behind a case. Like, even if you broke the case, they're still like, everything's sealed up. That was too much. They're fucking mini me too.
At one of my Toys R Us's, they have the legends inside of a giant plastic, looks like almost like a DVD case, almost, but it's huge. And then they spider wrap the damn DVD case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, what the fuck? And, I got a picture. I've never posted it, but I'm going to post it on my wall of them spider wrapping figures at Walmart. They got all the new figures regular. They spider wrap Hellcat. Like, really? This is right. I'm gonna post a picture of that. Really, this is the figure you choose to spider wrap.
They just don't know. They like it's a more legend. It might, let's just do them all. Fuck it. Boy, they just
the 25 Hellcats that's just sitting there should be an indicator that nobody want that. Come on, man.
We got a lot of questions we missed.
Oh shit. Let's go. Rapid
What's
fire.
the next event after World Tournament?
Photo combat.
Photo combat. Okay. What things piss you off when it comes to taking pictures?
I'll go first. I really hate it when I think I know that my depth of field is going to be a certain way. Then I take all the photos and I go to my computer and it's just like fucked. Like no, like the focus range is like a matter of millimeters, and like a small section of the photo is in focus. Like maybe the dude's nose, maybe some of his eyes. Like I hate that. That's my biggest pet peeve. That is the sole event that pushed me to learn the ins and outs of my DSLR, because I just couldn't stand that happening anymore.
I hate the feeling of wanting to do something, feeling motivated like the whole day or whatever, maybe some hours before you actually get to do it, and taking out shit and then just getting this sick feeling of not wanting to do anything. you just put everything away and say, fuck it, I'm not taking no pictures. I hate that feeling. I hate like being all souped up, ready to do it, and then just losing all hope for it and saying, I don't want to do this shit. I hate that feeling. I don't know.
I hate when I sit there with a shot and I cannot get it right. And when I finally find a way to get it right, my fucking battery's on red.
Yeah. That's usually me every single time. Like I'll be working with something, and finally when I'm ready for it to shoot it, then I gotta wait till 2 hours or however many hours for the camera to charge again. So yeah, that happens to me all the time.
For sure. For me, I have like two main things. One, I'm always fighting with the light, because like for my bright pictures, I only have like a certain time frame during the day where there's like enough light to do that. So that's a rush. And then at night, fucking with the lights. And the other thing is like when I get new figures and stuff, immediately I have like tons of ideas, but I don't always have like the shit to do it with. So like I have stuff everywhere that's just pre-posed, like ready to go, and I just have like nothing to do the scene with.
Yep.
That happens. Like, most definitely. My girlfriend definitely asked me what the fuck am I doing. I'll be laying with a figure over my head fucking with it. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah. The pre-post thing happens to me too. I'll have some shit pre-posed on a desk for a month before I get around to whatever it is I'm doing with it.
Yeah, same. I remember
We asked
Spider-Man.
Ty Star what his thing is, but he don't collect toys, so.
Funny. Funny.
What is it, yo? You just in there posing cutouts and shit.
I actually get that new Mezco. So, and what? Got it for anybody.
Damn, Ty just pulled up the phone. I just think it's funny how.
But the worst part of taking pictures is probably the camera part with the batteries. Like, it's kind of annoying.
You could be like Boog when he used to set his camera up on deodorant bottles and shit.
Definitely. Gotta do
I
it.
tried this shit when I didn't have a tripod. That shit was wiggling and shit. Oh no, I can't do this shit.
Humble beginnings.
I'm actually finally about to get a new camera.
Hell yeah.
Looking at that Canon.
Yeah, I'm with you. I kind of want a Canon now too and shit.
Yeah, everybody should get a Canon.
What's that? That's the Mezco Redsco? That ain't no Mezco.
That's Amigo.
Hey, we got his mom. Hey, he look mad angry. You know he about to get replaced. Well, he don't get replaced by Ty. We know Ty ain't gonna buy no Mezco joint.
I got them coming.
Yeah, right. You found somewhere they got them for like $13.
Could you imagine?
You know, we gotta fuck with Ty because Ty's super cheap.
Super cheap. Have to be.
Hey, I ain't never tell y'all.
Well, you gotta say you frugal,
with the
man.
runs.
You frugal.
Yeah, he dropped his ass all the way to Troy's Western Brown Deer for a figure he ain't buy.
If it's not dope, I'm not gonna buy it.
Damn.
If it's not ill, what's the point?
You're supposed to know if it's ill before our ass get out there.
Yeah, what was it again? What figure was it?
Fucking Marvel Universe.
Say no more.
Well, I think it might have been the fucking whatever figure it was when you was looking for that fucking Ninja Turtle model.
Man, it had to be frugal. I had every single Marvel Universe figure, so it was like at that point, quality matters.
They never were quality.
And they got worse. I'm like, I spent like thousands of dollars on this collection. I'm like, this is garbage now. Like, next thing I gotta get, it gotta be top notch. So Mezco is about to be the next collection.
It was some dude in Marvel office laughing like a motherfucker at you and like 9 other dudes. Ash, come on, laughing like a motherfucker.
Man, they went downhill fast in Marvel Universe figures. It's like, dang.
You know what's crazy? They started off that. I remember the first ones I had was the remember the first Series 1, and I got them from a guy in Canada. He sent them to me or whatever for dirt cheap and shit, and they were horrible. Like, I was like, damn, these figures are just bad. Like all of them, not one of them is good.
But now they got. I mean, they got better, then they got worse.
Dave Vonner's first car.
You say what?
Legends back. So y'all happy now? Legends are back. Universe is dead.
Some of them are okay. Some of them aren't that great and shit. But I mean, I'm more. What bothers me with Legends is more about the character selection for teams than anything else, man.
We got a question. Wait, let me see it one by. Hold on. From Sonic Rockman X, does Ty still eat crazy pizza and burritos?
Oh.
Here, I'll help narrow that one down. Ty, you still got your gold Chipotle coin or whatever?
I do. It's right in front of me, actually. Still got it.
Always within an arm's reach.
Once again, not to put my mans out there, but Ty is the funniest dude ever. He's the first nigga I know to go to Chipotle and order everything on his burrito but meat. All of the sauces, all of the fucking, all of them. Damn.
You got that gold button and a little frame break in case of emergency?
That's stupid, man. Yeah. You dumb.
Time you sit around after you eat them burritos, you get whole stuff. Mumble.
Wait, Ty, you're just a vegetarian, right? Or are you vegan too?
Vegetarian.
Oh, okay. So you get down with like pizza and stuff.
For sure.
All right. We still cool.
I try vegan. It is not easy. I like cheese too much. And I'm in Wisconsin. It's like the cheese state. So gotta have
Yeah,
cheese.
that's hard.
They put cheese on every damn thing. This motherfucker. You order anything with cheese.
Yeah,
Cheese or bacon.
You know what's funny? I been trying to watch my cholesterol and shit. I actually haven't had cheese for over a month right now. Actually, no bread, and yo, cheese is life, man.
Hey, I noticed Boog, you was getting kind of fat, man. I seen you on the. I'm like, damn, Boog getting fat.
Yeah. I had to fall back a little bit, but yeah, I've been trying to eat a little more healthy and get back into shape, man. Summer's coming around, but yeah, man, I realize how much I eat cheese. Like, yo, cheese is on everything, man.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? It's not nasty on anything.
Even if it's some real white people shit like cheese on apple pie and shit, it's still good.
Right. Hey, like, damn, I got some cheese on my apple pie. This shit good as a motherfucker.
You're crazy.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I guess we could take like one more question or so and wrap it up.
Says Boog just eats Cheerios.
No, I don't even eat. I don't eat cereal like that, son. There's too much soy and bullshit and sugar and shit like that. I don't even eat cereal like that. Honestly, I'll eat a plain bowl of oatmeal. Well, that's pretty much what I eat like every day. Plain bowl of oatmeal, maybe some granola on it or something. That's it. I don't really fuck with cereal. Not no store cereal.
Butcher, let me put some oats on my
like jail food, man.
Oatmeal is horrible.
Plain
Nah,
oatmeal?
plain oatmeal.
Oatmeal is the one thing that tastes like somebody else ate it. Like, I hate oatmeal, man.
I order my oatmeal like it's a drink. I tell them straight up, no toppings.
Boog gets grits that stick to the rib.
You heard? So
I think but that cereal shit ain't no good for you, man.
nah, not at all, man.
And I can't eat cereal unless it's some type of wacky ass kid cereal, man, like some corn pops or something.
Yeah,
I know I ain't supposed to eat that shit.
You really have no business waking up eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch first thing in the morning.
Right.
Shit's not a good idea. Shit's not a good idea.
Matt,
That shit's nothing but candy.
I'm gonna butcher this last name. Matt Civilar said, "At Michael Wisman, what comics are you into right now? Invincible, Walking Dead, Amazing Spider-Man, Hawkeye with Kate Bishop. Shout out to Brandon.
Wait, Amazing Spider-Man is regular Peter Parker with the new suit?
Yeah, he's like, if anybody read Batman Incorporated when Bruce Wayne came back, that's kind of like what's going on with Spider-Man right now. Like he's the head of his company. You got multiple Spider-Men running around under his like tutelage.
Gotcha.
It honestly is kind of whack until the clone conspiracy popped off. That shit's tight.
It's over now,
So Peter Parker's got workers and
like
shit. Peter Parker's got workers. He expanded his operation and shit.
Yeah, he's like he owns his own business and stuff. He's like
I read Superior Spider-Man, obviously, so I see how I saw the beginnings of that whole thing working out and shit. He basically just reaped the benefits of everything that Doc Ock did, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, more or less. Even snagged the girlfriend, Anna Marie.
Really, he's still dating the little person.
They're not dating, but you know.
I see.
You might as well. Didn't Doc Ock smash MJ?
Not MJ.
Oh,
He took her on a date.
He took on a date? Oh yeah, he did. That's right.
Yeah.
Did the date end with sex?
Nah.
Nope.
He ain't hit.
Oh, okay.
Because he got caught. The whole time he was just staring at her chest, and she's like, "What's up?"
Oh man, that needs to be the next cutout.
Panels.
What's up? Chico asks, "Are we gonna get a Suicide Squad Deadshot figure? SH Figure Arts, their next figure in
Mayfix too.
Yeah, Mayfix is
yeah, exactly, yeah. So they said he was at Toy Fair, the SH Figure Arts one, fully painted, everything. So he's in the pipeline relatively soon.
He because you don't have a SH Figure Arts Batman. It's a good chance that Figure Arts Deadshot might be a little small if you got that Mayfix.
Yeah.
I don't really know what it's going to do with the Mezco.
Oh yeah, Mayfix is definitely going to be bigger.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think that the sculpting from the promo pictures, the Mayfix looks better in my opinion as well. But I mean that's just me.
I think the likeness was there for SH Figure Arts. I remember the Deadshot looked really good. Definitely better than that the Joker.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm not a Mayfix fan, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Mayfix, which is Batman versus Superman and Suicide Squad thing.
You said you have the Batfleck Mayfix figure though, right? Earlier in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like I was listening while I was at work. Like I have the Mayfix Batfleck for like highly articulated and dynamic shit, and then for like hero shots, I have like the Mezco one, stuff like that.
Yeah, I got everything. I didn't buy Mattel, but I got both of the Mezco Batman. I got both of the Mayfix Batman.
Yeah.
So
You didn't get all the Mattel variants, the Asian Bruce.
Bruce.
You know what's crazy? I did buy that armor Batman from Mattel back when they first released it and shit. And it's just No, actually I bought both of them. They both were just garbage. I took them right back.
Speaking of, do you guys have the Figure Arts wrestling figures?
I don't. I really want them, but I don't have them.
Well, I don't have. Darius sent my son a Stone Cold figure, and I was fucking around with it. And, I mean, they're nice for what they are. I mean, I'm just not a wrestling fan. They did Ultimate Warrior. I'd definitely be all on it.
Yeah, I got Stone Cold.
How you like them?
Fucking sick, man. I mean, the faces on mine actually look pretty good, but it's that like 3D like spray on technology, so that's kind of hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah, I forgot what the official term was for, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you could even tell on some of them where it's like they spray that shit on and then they spray a sealer, and sometimes like the sealer will fuck up. But the engineering for them is great. Like especially the elbows are really like it's a double jointed elbow with a swivel built into the middle of it. That shit was crazy.
I was just about to ask if you noticed that. That's like the most exciting piece of technology to come out of that line. I think so.
Fuck yeah.
I think what's crazy is that that if I'm not mistaken, that actual engineering is old. The Kaneko Man figures have the same thing.
Do they? Let me check.
You know what I'm saying? They're wrestling figures as well, but that's where I first seen that at was the Kaneko Man figure. They actually didn't use that or whatever. So I mean, they're pretty much the Stone Cold figure is designed just like the Kaneko Man figure, like just like it.
Yeah, you're right.
If you a loose at the lower waist that has a 3-layer body pieces or whatever.
Yeah, I'm fucking with mine right now. Yeah, you're totally right.
Right. If you pop it open, that bottom piece will come out and everything. What do you fuck with, the Stone Cold or Kaneko Man?
I'm fucking with the Kaneko Man right now.
All right. Okay. I'm sitting here looking at one. So.
I like the Kaneko Man. I just wish that he had the bicep swivel, and the Stone Cold has a bicep swivel, correct?
You know what? I don't think he has a bicep swivel.
Oh shit!
I'm almost certain that they're built exactly alike.
Well, damn.
Oh, you know what? I forgot I didn't finish my thing. So what? The reason I brought that up because you were talking about the Mattel Batman and stuff. So there's like a big, well, maybe even the majority of people saying they prefer the Mattel wrestlers to the figure arts.
Of course, because it's a couple different things going on. One, they're probably heavily invested into the line already. I mean, they probably been buying those damn things for years. Secondly, I mean, they're affordable. They're at a $20 price point, but no way in hell do those figures look better or articulate better than the fucking import figures.
Yeah, no question.
I don't know what they're saying. I don't even collect wrestling. I've seen enough of them from my boy. My son got plenty of wrestling figures, and no, fuck that. That's not. No, I'm not trying to hear that shit. I mean, they can do what they want. They feel how they want. But I'm saying that if you get them in hand, there's no way in hell you're gonna walk away from that saying that those Mattel figures are better than the figure arts.
Yeah, bringing it back to
How
what
is
we were talking about earlier.
Mattel better than E?
It's about brand loyalty for those guys. You know, they're so blinded by the amount of money they've invested into this line, they can't even see that. Fundamentally, on a factual level, the articulation is just better on these figures.
I never did it, but I was gonna make a joke post with when I got Stone Cold with my Vegeta and be like, "Man, I'm glad they waited to put the new articulation on this Nappa."
That's hilarious. Please fucking do that.
Well, it's out there now. If anyone wants to license the idea.
I'm glad you said that though, Michael, because I think what they're doing, re-releasing these Dragon Ball Z figures, I think that's what's going to have me start over with the line because I got rid of all of mine. And I think it was a pretty good idea because I think for the most part they're going to re-release most of those figures with new
They're gonna release
articulation.
everybody. Everybody's gonna get a re-release. I guarantee you.
What about Krillin?
Krillin, yeah, he'll probably have a re-release. There's no question, especially with him playing such a huge role in Dragon Ball Super in this current arc. Like, he's gonna get a new figure. There's no question. I believe it.
Yeah, I'm excited for all the reveals they've shown. I'm a little about like how they canceled a lot of stuff they showed before, but I get it. They've done that a lot.
Yeah, like all that stuff is never like truly canceled. It's just like they're not focusing on it right now. Like, I think if anything, the thing I was most excited about was that Kid Goku body. But like, I think you have to get that right because if you release like a fucked up like Kid Goku body, like there's no coming back from that. I don't think so.
That's right. Well, maybe a lot of shit they get wrong the first time around. That's why I wait with these fucking model kits now. I'm starting to just wait till like way later, unless it's a P Bandai kit. Other than that, I just wait. So they're always improving some shit or something's fucked up and they go back and redo it or fix it.
Yeah. No question.
No more questions. Westmeister.
Bunch of wrestling talk here.
Hey, let's get it out.
Oh, someone asked about the Thor, like thoughts on the Thor stuff for the new movie.
Yeah, the leaked photos.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it looks fine. Like, I've never really been fully invested in Thor's solo films. They've just been like they've honestly felt like filler, to be honest.
Pancho, I swear I need to take you out to eat, man. I swear I owe you something, a lunch or something. Jesus.
That's true, man. Like the Thor movies, like they're fundamentally, it seems like they're written as comedies. They just happen to star at like an extremely powerful character, and nothing's wrong with that. But it just feels like all the action and the actual like meat of his character and the storylines they're trying to tell takes a backseat to all the little bits that they do during filming. It almost feels like a Transformers movie where Michael Bay, the only thing this motherfucker is directing is all these stupid like shitty joke scenes, and then we'll just let the CGI guys take care of all the fights, whatever. That's what it feels like to me a little bit.
I feel you. I gotta agree with you, man. I don't think I've liked any Thor movie.
Yeah, I mean, like I've liked them in terms of like, oh, it's a movie that's at least adding a little something into the entire MCU. But if the MCU wasn't a thing, and I was like, and I heard that Thor's getting his own movie, how fucking sick is this gonna be? And then I saw the Thor movie, I'd be like, man, fuck this. I don't want to see this. This is crazy. But I do think that they're going the right route with at least adding, Hulk into this new one. Add some sort of flavor, some sort of flair. And if it's anything, it's proven that Hulk is. If you have a subpar meh movie, let's just throw in a Hulk scene. Why not? I mean, it worked for Age of Ultron. So.
Man, I mean, the Hulk is pretty exciting to see on screen though, for the most part. I don't think he carries a movie well by himself, but I mean, to see the Hulk in general. I mean, any of those bigger characters, the Hulk, King Kong, hell, Caesar from fucking Planet of the Apes, right? Just to see how they move and their attitudes and shit is always pretty fascinating to me, man.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. I think Hulk is in this weird limbo kind of state where he can't have his own solo movie, so let's just throw him in on all these other movies where they need a little extra push because the script isn't strong enough yet. And that's just where we are with Thor Ragnarok. I know a lot of people are bugging out about getting his hair cut. I don't see what the big fucking deal is. He gets his hair cut in the comics too, so it doesn't really bug me.
Yeah, man, I don't know. People have to complain about something.
Yeah,
Iron Fist, they bugging out right now over that.
Yeah, Iron Fist. God, I overheard a conversation today. These two most stupidest motherfuckers I've ever heard. Like, I heard my friend linked me to this article where they said that the main character for Iron Fist isn't even Asian. Man, I'm just tired of this. I'm just tired of just all these white guys just taking all these Asian roles. And then his friend who was just sitting there, like this guy was smart. He fucking checked him. He's like, "Yo, are you?" Nah, man, that's that you have to know, right? Like, he goes, "Oh yeah, I mean, I've seen Iron Man, but no, what's going on with Iron Fist though?" Like, there's no satisfying thing to ever hear in my entire life.
I've seen a little bit of of a fight. I want to say it was like a little bit of two fights, and the choreography, I won't say it's bad, but it's so slow, man.
It's lacking. None of the hits feel real.
Well, this is what's crazy. You know how you look at a karate match, and I mean, for sports, so it's a bunch of people trying to kick each other and a bunch of spinning, just turning around in a circle and shit, and then you got movie karate, which you already know they're flipping off of walls and doing a bunch of shit they just do not do in full contact for karate.
Yeah,
and it seems like the real life sport. They're trying to kick each other. They're just moving so slow.
Whoa! You guys don't fight like that?
Like, oh my god. Well, I mean, I don't use karate at all, or any any martial art. But I'm just saying, like, I don't want to see it on TV, man. You already know that, man. You don't want to. Imagine if you watched a movie and Tony Jaa was moving at real speed.
I don't want Iron Fist like action figures. It look really corny.
Right. Man. Is this stop motion? What the fuck?
There's a really great video essay that's floating around YouTube that talks about like how talks about Jackie Chan as a filmmaker and a director. And there's this bit where he talks about the difference between Western editing and Eastern editing when it comes to fights. And like you said, Pharaoh, like coupled with the way that they're actually the choreography of the fights, like that just seems like soft and limp and stuff, mixed with the weird Western editing style of fights that makes it look soft and limp. It is really not a spectacle to watch. It's nuts. Yeah, I saw the same clips that you're talking about as well, and I just wasn't impressed. But on the safe side, to a silver lining. Like it wasn't Iron Fist fighting in those fights; it was just some other people. So
Yeah, but I mean, the only thing Iron Fist I seen him do that was interesting was when he ran and punched the wall. He punched the door and knocked it off the wall.
Yeah.
Other than that, I haven't seen
Cage did
anything.
it better though.
Huh?
What's up?
Luke Cage did it better.
That's true. But I you know what I think it is about Luke Cage, man? It's like with Luke Cage, he's just a dude that's like straight fighting. So like he can, but then you put that in direct comparison to a literal kung fu master. It doesn't.
Right.
It's not the same scale. Like Luke Cage can get away with it because he's just a dude that fights. But like, but fucking Iron Fist is literally the master. So it just seems strange when he isn't delivering the same thing that just a regular guy like Luke Cage can deliver. To me personally.
Well, like you said, Luke Cage pretty much is a dude. He gets out there. He has no real skill, I would say. I mean, he's a street fighter. He can take a lot of damage, and he can swing his arms, and when he connects, he does a lot of damage. But
he's from Harlem, right?
Right.
Yeah, we got the lesson from Boog earlier. You get your back up on the wall, you grab a dude, and you hide behind him.
Yeah, but like Boog said, he done gave out some, he done got some too. That's the same thing with Luke Cage. But Luke Cage was just super strong when he was getting his, so it was like it wasn't nothing. I mean, it'll be what it be. I think though, it's like he said with this whole Iron Fist thing, it's almost like Daredevil. Daredevil, he get in there, he's whooping ass, and then he has those scenes to where he's getting hit by dudes. You're like, come on, man, you didn't have to get hit by that dude. It's like, like, come on. You got the fucking powers going on and everything, man. You could have seen that punch coming from a mile away. Why the fuck you let this dude knock you through this door? So I understand it, man. But that Iron Fist is look interesting. But I am ready for it. I'm going to binge watch it.
Oh hell yeah!
Hopefully it's not Law and Order with karate.
Dun dun.
Right. Oh, shit.
Mr. Rand, we saw you approximately 8:04 a.m.
Pretty much the fighting's got to carry that. The fighting's got to carry that shit, man. I'm not like super excited for it, but I'm gonna watch it.
I hope he's funny. He's supposed to be like Spider-Man with the quips and stuff. Like that's Danny Rand, but the dude doesn't look that interesting. So we'll see how that goes.
He does look like he's just dull as fuck.
Yeah.
Like he's about to be like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like, did you come over there with that butter kid?
Yeah, the quippiest thing I saw him do in the trailer is where he just shows up at the office and he's like, "Yeah, I belong here." But like at that level, like I can't even gauge like how funny he truly is. But like, that's like the funniest thing I've seen him do so far.
You never know; it might be a sleeper, might come through and surprise us. So we'll see.
Hopefully, yeah, I'm really excited. Because they said that they're going to continue how they did with like the music and stuff like that in Luke Cage. They're going to continue that same theme with Iron Fist. They said that it's hip hop and like is going to play as big of a role in Iron Fist as it did in Luke Cage. Now, I don't know if that's just just clickbait bullshit or if that's actually going to come true.
That sounds like clickbait bullshit because like Luke Cage was on the music. He had like the music in the club for each episode. And it was a reason for it.
Exactly. I've said it before and I'll say it again. One of my favorite things about Luke Cage was just how the attention to detail when it came to the score and the music was phenomenal. How they just went through the entire history of black music was
that was a passion project. They did that with love, like in attention.
Well, you got to understand though. Iron Fist takes place in pretty much the same damn place Luke Cage took place in.
Yeah.
So I could imagine him going into a club and them actually playing hip hop. But the crazy thing about it is, I don't know if any of you guys remember, there was a lot of people not happy with that hip hop soundtrack.
Oh yeah, ignore them. They were
a whole lot of people like, man, that garbage. I'm like, come on, man, y'all listen to death metal. Ain't no way in hell you gonna try to call hip hop garbage. No one wants to hear that banging around, them pots banging, and them dudes screaming about nothing.
Wow, it wasn't even like hip hop. It was like from soul to like everything, R&B.
It's the entire history of that that subset of culture of music. It's great. So
Love
good.
it.
So
And it
good.
was, oh man, they used the word nigga. Let me tell y'all something, man. In the ghetto, you gonna hear the word nigga. Like that's just what it is. It's gonna be nigga this and nigga that. Nigga don't fuck with me. Nigga, where's my money? Nigga, what you on? Nigga, what you doing? Nigga, you want to go get something to eat? Like it's just gonna be nigga. That's just what it is. Sorry to tell you
Guess
that.
what? Here's a surprise for you. If you go to Middle America or anywhere where it's predominantly white people in the ghetto somewhere, they calling each other nigga too.
Right.
No question.
Actually, if you go somewhere where it's predominantly white and it's a suburb, you can catch them calling somebody else nigga.
Everywhere.
Don't be fooled. We know what y'all was thinking in that movie Get Out, man. We went to that movie. It was me, my daughter, and my girlfriend, and I was surrounded by a bunch of white people. When that movie went off, I know what I was thinking, and I know what y'all was thinking.
Have you guys seen those memes? Or it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about? Fuck.
Get his fingers at the tip. We're running.
Jeez.
When you're in an interracial relationship and you watch Get Out and they're in the bed and he's just sleeping and she's rolling over looking at them.
Hey, I'm telling you, Michael. When I mean, the lights came on and people were getting up, and I'm not gonna lie. Anybody, you know how you stand up and stretch, and you might just turn around and see who else in the theater. Man, every single white person turned around and looked. I was like.
What about since we're on the subject, what about Django? There was a lot of backlash about Django.
There was?
Oh yeah, huge. Like tons of people saying like they overused like all these words and all these things. I didn't get that because like first of all, Quentin Tarantino's a fucking nut anyways. And second of all, it's literally about slavery.
I mean, people have been saying that about Quentin Tarantino movies since the beginning. That's something that's come up. Him and Spike Lee was fighting over that shit, over the excessive use of the N-word in his movies. That's what Spike Lee was saying. And I mean,
He does.
Yo, I mean, I don't know, man. You know, I use the word a lot. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. You might not hear me say it all the time on my channel and in passing and whatever. And I'm very cautious about saying it around white folks and stuff like that, honestly. Like, but you know, with my peers and my inner circle and stuff like that, yo, it's pretty common, you know. So it's real, it's reality. That's what it is. Like I said 5 seconds ago, even white people be calling each other nigga. It is what it is. So,
but you know what stood out with me with Tarantino, even with that argument, was Pulp Fiction. When he's talking to Samuel Jackson, he was like, "Do you see a sign on my house that says dead nigger storage? Well, storing dead niggers ain't my thing." I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, why? Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. It seems forced sometimes. Like you gotta remember.
He enjoys saying the word. Like he really enjoys saying it. But I don't think he's racist. I think he just like he's a little crazy and eccentric.
Well, yeah. When you're talking about the whole, like his whole stuff, yeah. But I was just talking about Django, like specifically.
Yeah, specifically as far as just, I mean, as far as I'm using the word a lot in that movie. That's what I'm asking you.
Oh well, yeah. They, I think I might be wrong. I think it was that movie was the most times it's ever been used in a single movie.
I see.
But yeah, there's like a lot of outrage like that he used.
Sure, like more Friday or something. Like
who's keeping these stats?
The original script just read nigga, and then he wrote something around it. That nigga a bunch of times on the page, and he wrote something around that shit.
Oh man, who's keeping score in this type of shit though? That's hilarious.
But who liked Django? I liked Django.
I liked
it. I watched it multiple times.
I got it on DVD and Blu-ray.
All right, yeah.
You didn't like it, Mike?
No, I liked it. That's what I'm saying. Is like, you know, like what Pharaoh was just saying about standing up in the theater. Like I went and saw Django in the theater, and everyone was acting all shifty after the movie. I just thought that shit was fucking tight.
Yeah, when I saw it Oh, sorry. I saw it in Charleston, South Carolina, and people straight walked out in the middle. I guess they couldn't fucking
It's
take
too real.
it. Too fucking real. And I was like, yo, are they coming back?
Well, South Carolina, are you sure it wasn't when they found out, wait a minute, Django's the hero in this movie?
Right. Basically.
What's this guy still doing on screen?
Hey, but it's like that, man. Like, listen, the first time I seen Roots was in school.
Damn.
Do you know how tense it was when they turned the lights on and everything? And black kids was looking over at the white kids like, recess, it's all right. Bring your ass on this playground if you want to. That should have you. I mean, and I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but that shit will have you like tight, man, for real.
Yeah. We in a fucked up situation. Just black folks in general, man. Like, our history is only taught from that perspective and shit, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything else about every other culture, for the most part, especially, white folks, is taught from a totally different perspective. It's not, they not at the wrong end. Like, they the conquerors. They the this and that. So it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Everything, even shit that gets greenlit. I mean, I guess that's why Django was such a controversial film, because even shit that gets greenlit where it's a predominantly black cast or something like that, it's a fucking slave movie. You know what I'm saying? Where,
what do you think?
You got Samuel ugly ass always in there playing the motherfucker. Love the white.
So.
Well, you know what? That was a thing too. They when they were advertising the movie, or not advertising, what's it called? Junkets, when he was like interviewing.
Mm-hmm.
They had asked him too, like, what was up with like all the black slaves and stuff, like background people, and he said he went to poor communities specifically so that he could like put money into the community, like by hiring these people or something like that.
Mm.
That's what he said. I don't know.
Hey, nigga, you want to play slave?
Squinting, rolling around, just screaming that from a megaphone. How that went.
Stupid.
I don't know. Boog, weren't you in a commercial with the fucking, what's his name?
Bill Murray?
Bill Murray?
Bill Murray, baby.
You're teaching Bill Murray basketball? Don't be laughing at these people lining up for their check.
Stupid.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What wasn't there some whole uproar with the Django figures too?
Oh,
That makes sense though.
Yeah,
that was a big thing. People were pissed about those figures.
I mean, but what? Okay, listen. How awkward is it when you go over your white friend's house and their child is at the kitchen table or somewhere playing with the Django figures? Like, get in that cage, nigga.
What? How many times has that happened to you, though?
That just would be crazy. Okay. You don't think that'd be a little crazy though? You walk in there and get this motherfucker. You got Candy kicking the shit out of Django.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Where's my Mandingo?
God.
Oh, I never read it. Well, I want to. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But they did a Django and Zorro comic book.
Oh hell yeah!
Where's the correlation there? What?
Right.
It's just like one of those weird crossovers. But like, what if Django and Zorro like teamed up or something?
All right.
Wow.
That shit.
It exists by Dynamite Comics.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet, but I want to.
So I looked at the quickness.
Shane had those figures, man, and when those figures were going for big money, I don't know. I think he was trying to hold out for a massive payout, and I think it's just like the hype died down on them so crucially.
Yeah, only not too many got out there, huh?
No, you know what was crazy was that a lot of places actually got them. It was places that had them and sent them back. Like they had to send them back.
And you couldn't sell them on eBay either, so it's like
Right. Yeah, eBay was shutting that shit down.
Really?
Yeah, they were really like blocking all that shit at every corner.
Was this like the Migo looking ones?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the only ones that came out, right? That was
Right.
it.
Yeah.
We told Shane to sell it. We was on chat. We told him, man, sell that shit. Shane was looking for the big payout. He probably still got those figures. They probably go for about maybe $100 each, maybe now. Whole sets was going for $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, all type of shit.
Yeah. It was nuts, man.
That's crazy.
You know how it be, man. That's white America, man. No, not being racist. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody bought the gun that killed Trayvon Martin.
They did.
They did.
Sure did.
It's like, come on, like really? Jesus Christ.
What type of fucked up person you got to be to want to own that shit?
Hey man, you know Agatha Christie. I don't know if it was you I showed it to, but Agatha Christie book on eBay, 10 little niggers.
Wow.
That was selling for a couple dollars.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want the gun that killed Hitler. There's no glory in that shit.
No, man, I want the gun that killed Hitler. The gun that killed Hitler is worth having. It's fucking
Wouldn't it be his own gun? Didn't he like kill himself or
Well,
something?
I'm just saying, figuratively speaking. Not obviously, they said he committed suicide or some shit, right?
Yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly. They also say that he was in contact with the extraterrestrials and might have just went to another planet. So who fucking knows?
They came and got Hitler.
Well, when you put it that way, Boog, they sound equally fine.
Well, then I want the spaceship that took Hitler away.
Boog said, "Fuck the gun, give me the spaceship."
Give me the spaceship.
The gun that killed Hitler. Jesus Christ.
Boog wants the glove that summoned Hellboy.
The OJ glove. Can we get the OJ glove? Where's that? Yo, OJ about to get out of jail.
Yep. There's gonna be a TV show about it.
Huh?
It's gonna be a reality show. But OJ get out of jail.
Jeez.
Did you see that?
Hey man.
Did you see that? I guess it was a documentary or like it wasn't really a documentary. It was like a little mini series about them trying to say that he didn't commit the crime, that it was his son that actually killed.
I don't believe he killed him. I'm still one of those people that don't believe that OJ killed his wife.
I mean,
I don't know, man. Maybe that book, like if I did do it, like that's a weird thing to write.
That was definitely weird. That was definitely weird. I don't know who was advising him on that shit, but that was.
But I mean, it really didn't make a difference at that point because he lost the civil suit. So even though he didn't go to jail for killing his wife and shit, they still turned around and made him pay for it. So it was like, shit, I might as well do something to get some money. Shit.
To this day, I don't think he's actually paid them the money. Honestly,
that's good. He should have. I mean, if you get found not, how are you found not guilty of whooping my ass, but I'm able to still sue you for it?
crazy.
Right? Like what the fuck? Only in California, man.
Yeah, that is pretty nuts, though. That is pretty crazy. But yeah, I don't know. The only shit that had me, well, not the only thing, but one of the main things that had me convinced about him doing it was that OJ is a strong motherfucker, and according to the information from the crime scene and all of that, like he like whoever did it, damn near completely severed Nicole's head and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not only is that like a crime of passion, but it's like, that should take some heart and some strength, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like to fight both of them and kill both of them with a knife, like, you know what I'm saying? That takes somebody that is physically ready to get down. You know what I'm saying? Like
a football player?
Like a football player. So that's the shit that was like, you know what? that nigga might have did it. So, like,
That's that shit Ty be spraying around Starbucks and shit. Like a football player?
OJ did it, man. Just get over it. OJ did it.
I'm not. Yo, trust me. I'm not. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to ride with him just because he's black or none of that shit. If he did it, he did it. Like, you know, I wasn't one of those people that wanted him to get off because he's black. Like,
it was a different time, though. It was a different time, so it made sense back then. But looking back at it now, it's like,
I mean, I think most people was just mad about the fact that they did too much. The LAPD and shit. They didn't have to do none of the grimy shit that they was doing, and he probably would have got convicted and shit. It was the fact that they did all of that extra grimy shit that made people want him to get off and shit. Really,
that shit seemed crazy. Like, why the fuck do you have to do all that shit?
they didn't even have to do that. They was just reaching, being thirst, and they fucked up the case.
Well, that's like that shit, the make a murderer thing.
Yep. Yeah.
That like, I mean, he still got fucked, but like he would have gone to prison anyways, and they still did all that shit.
They went nuts too. They was just, it wasn't even no checks and balances with that. They wasn't even covering the bases and nothing. They was just out there like, yo, dude, it's obvious you planted that. What are you doing right now?
Yeah, I looked it up. Like, after watching the series, I was like, wow, how's this guy in jail? This is crazy. But I looked it up, and they left a lot of shit out in that show. Like, the main guy was definitely guilty, but what's really fucked up was his nephew. Like, they straight fucked that kid's life.
Yeah, they railroaded the fuck out of him. There's no question about that. Because
I live out here, and like my friends and stuff are related to the people out there. They have like a whole different side of the story. I'm like, I don't really care either way, but this mixed up.
Yo, the kid, the nephew or whatever, though, he was like, yo, he was not even competent, man. He didn't even know up or down. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. They just totally railroaded that kid. Like, fuck.
Even when the mom called him, like, Brandon, what are you doing?
Right. He didn't even know. He didn't even know what was going on. He thought he was about to go back to school from the moment that they was interrogating him. Like, yo, I'm trying to go and catch this show on TV. They're like, dude, you're done. You're never watching TV again.
That's why you gotta shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you guilty or not. Just shut the fuck up.
Always exercise your right to remain silent. That's all you got to do.
The only way you should be saying some shit is if you're not guilty and you somewhere like, man, I was right here in the middle of somewhere where everybody can see me, cameras and everything. Like, go look so I can go home. Other than that, you need to shut the fuck up.
Who's that comedian? Like, he has a joke where he's like, he gets receipts everywhere he goes. That way he can stay where he was at all times.
He's a smart dude.
I mean, nowadays it don't matter. There's cameras everywhere. It's everything tracking your every movement. You like, if you guilty, you guilty, man.
Tell him, Boog. Tell him about Vault 7 or whatever.
Vault 7.
The CIA since 2003. They're everywhere.
I mean, that's nothing new. People been saying this already for years, that they've been all in your communications, looking at everything that you do. Like, that's nothing new, man. All of that shit is a distraction. All of this shit is a huge distraction from the fact that our government is just on some real fucked up shit right now, man. They got us wide open right now too. They're not even paying attention to other shit that's going on. Like, it's so much infighting within our government that they're not even paying attention to other threats from other nations and other things happening around the world. Like, yo, we in a fucked up spot right now, yo.
Like Marvel Civil War.
Shit is nuts. You got
Boog, the same dude that told y'all Gucci Man was a clone.
I never supported that theory.
Gucci Man a clone, bro.
When they came out or whatever, they replaced them. They swapped them.
Hey, listen to this. Back in I want to say 2001 maybe. I was in the county jail, and this dude that was talking so fucking stupid in my opinion. He was saying that they got a studio where they clone rappers, and they clone the rapper, and they got all the real rappers in some type of tube or something, and they And they have every rapper that you listen to, whatever, is a clone. They're not real rappers, whatever. And it's crazy because when I first heard people say clone Gucci Mane,
What about him?
like I heard this fool talking about this shit damn near 20 years ago.
Well, I don't put nothing past no one, man. I mean, anything is possible, but some shit just be a little outrageous. But anything is possible. We don't know. We don't even know what this is that we don't even know what this is that we living in right now. We don't even know if this is a simulation. We don't know shit. We
Man, we got Mandela effect now. You hitting all the
we don't even know what this is, man. What is this? What is this?
We're still over here looking for the fucking Sinbad movie.
Oh God.
No, I'm not into the whole Mandela shit. I don't know. That shit's a little.
Boog's a Berenstein Bears truther.
Yeah, I had Mad Bernstein Bear books as a kid too.
Yeah.
Stain. Berenstain.
Did you have Berenstein Bears got evicted?
What?
Berenstein Bears get evicted.
Was that a real book? I'm feeling like that.
I seen it online or whatever, so I don't know if that was real or somebody made it. But they got the Berenstein Bears get evicted. They was looking sad as a bitch.
That's funny. That's real.
I don't know how real that is.
That's the one they handed to Pharaoh when he couldn't get the real one at the book fair.
Bernstein.
Like shit. Berenstein Bears get evicted. Hell yeah.
Pull that shit out on the sidewalk. Yeah, we just went totally.
Part out.
This is the episode 50 celebration.
Basically, we just touching on every fucking thing, huh? What else y'all want to talk about?
Well, RG Bat says, I don't think anyone is reading the comments.
Pretty much.
Any questions down there or any commentary that you think we should
Ooh, we got another one. I remember Berenstein Bears, says Jay De Los Santos.
Well, how do you spell it?
He spelled it with the E, with the alternate universe E.
I see.
Yeah, we got.
I got it up right now. Like I had the books. Like
it is.
So wait. The Mandela effect says that some people see it as Bernstein Bears. Is that what it is? What's the spelling difference?
The E and the A.
Okay.
Yeah. BT Dat DBS says Punisher Netflix ?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know.
it's gonna be great. It's gonna come out. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be the best Netflix show probably.
Oh, Punisher single. Oh, his own solo show on Netflix. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that should be dope.
Does Boog still hate crossovers?
Yes, I do.
Any date release for Punisher Netflix? Do you mean the figure or the show?
We definitely getting a figure. They
Yeah,
made it a point to show. They made it a point to show all the Netflix characters except Luke Cage. I don't know what happened with that.
Racist. So nobody's gonna buy a black figure.
Man, I hope they do something cool and like give him like a hoodie and like make it where you could actually really fuck around with that.
He said the show. He wants to know if there's a release date for the show.
No, I haven't heard anything yet.
I don't know about that. Fan Death Clock says any characters you collect despite hating them.
Well, I do primarily Marvel stuff, and that's my shit. So it ain't really nothing that I really hate about Marvel, I guess. But no, not really. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna buy some shit if I hate the character. I don't know.
I will.
Like who?
Just to have a complete team. I hate Killer Moth, and I still bought them. Shit like that.
I got you. To complete a team, that makes sense. Yes.
Yo, Boog, do you still hate Sam Wilson?
Sam Wilson.
Captain America.
I don't really. You know what? I didn't like his Falcon persona really, but Dave Johnson kind of got me like on fucking with him as Sam Wilson Cap. So no, I don't hate him.
You didn't like his Falcon?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like Falcon that much.
Okay. Yeah, I thought his original costume was corny, especially when he got that open mask with a goatee. That shit looks so stupid.
Yeah, I didn't really like that costume. I don't know. Some of that shit, like, you know, comic books it's whatever. But like, some of that shit is just not practical, man. Like, really, like you gonna be out in public with that shit on?
You know, speaking of which, Ty, how close to finished is your Sam Cap cosplay?
Never.
Dressed like dude.
I'm about to say that's news to me.
Nah, that would be crazy. If I went to that convention and you was dressed like somebody, man, I'd probably love.
Yo, tell me that's not one of the first things that people ask you that are like non-collectors. Like, oh, you go to Comic-Con? Oh, you dress up? No, motherfucker, I don't be dressing up.
They always ask that. It's like, nah, I'm good.
Damn, speak for yourselves, casuals.
Yeah.
There's levels to this, man. I'm on that level.
Yeah.
Tell him, Pancho.
Hell yeah, dressing up is fun, man. But if you don't want to do it, it's all good. Not
You get sex after? If you get sex after, I guess I can see the reason.
Yeah, I mean, before, during, after, whatever the case may be. You know?
That's Black Cat. I can see why you would want to be, around.
It's not easy though. I tried one year. It's like I made Static, and it came out like so bootlegs. I was like, nah.
Yeah, you gotta embrace your first bootleg costume though. You fully gotta.
You're a Comic-Con, man.
I just realized what the fucking title said. I didn't even look at the fucking title. All I looked at was the Berenstein Bears. Go get the belt.
Go get the belt.
Funny.
Go get the belt.
The best.
Hey, nobody found a victory. Go, man, find the victory book.
We got a lot of guys chiming in about a Mezco Hellboy would be dope, like with the new 112.
But we said that. We said that a couple of episodes back. Hell yeah, that would be dope. No pun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be that would translate very, very nicely with what they're doing.
Hey, Mezco Berenstein Bears would be dope.
Nah, cause you'd get. Oh my god.
Wait,
How are
Hellboy
they gonna label the box?
Hellboy's owned by who though? What license would that be for them? What they need to acquire? Oh,
Dark Horse, right? Yeah.
But does Dark Horse own the actual character rights, or is it Mike Mignola?
I mean, who has made Hellboy figures in the past? We got
Mezco.
Oh, they did make one before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So they got the rights. We're gonna see a Hellboy for sure. Then that shit's coming.
Nope. We don't have the rights anymore. Don't listen to them.
No, they definitely. It would be stupid for them not to make that figure.
Mattel announces Hellboy line.
I want to know why nobody made Boondocks figures.
He sold the rights and something happened weird. Like I don't know what he did.
That's
he messed up.
controversial
He
as
sold
well.
it.
Well, he's a weird. Aaron McGruder's a weird dude anyway. Because
I met him one time. He's a weird dude.
I was
You met him? What, at a convention or some shit?
He said he didn't
party for Red Tails. He wrote the movie. So I met him there.
Wait, what's Red Tails again?
It was that movie about the black airmen.
The pilots.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Got you.
So he was there and he was like drinking and stuff, and I met him and his wife, who was a white woman, which is kind of okay. It's nothing, but whatever. But it was cool.
Dang.
That's something.
I'm like, that's funny. After seeing the show and his life, it's like,
Hold on, man. You surprised? You saying I'm gonna get you sucker? The most pro-black dude ever had a white woman and a bunch of white kids.
he's different, but
Man, the dude said he wanted the Boondocks to be a yearly special like the Peanuts. I'm like, who the fuck you think Sony finna invest this money into you for that?
You saw the Kickstarter? He went to a Kickstarter for Ruckus. Like the Ruckus the movie. Like who wanted to see that? I don't want to see that shit.
I do. Hey,
It was live action too.
damn fool. Man, that man was a big nose, sucking up all the white man's hair. Oh shit! Crazy. Hey, Uncle Ruckus was a damn fool.
Yeah, it looked stupid. I'm like, what are you thinking with this? Like,
Oh my god.
Ruckus is okay in small doses for me.
Yeah, not a movie.
Hey, Uncle Ruckus was hilarious.
Yeah, but there was too many people that were like not taking him ironically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that is very true.
I agree with Uncle Ruckus. He's right. Like, no.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, this Ruckus fella is making some pretty solid points, actually. Get this guy his own movie.
Daddy Lee Lawrence was the king of rock and roll. Great balls of fire.
God damn.
Damn, hey, I'm telling you, man, that shit was hilarious. Ruckus was a fucking nut.
ooh, RG Bats said we need a Zorro figure. Hell yeah.
That's a good idea.
Zorro Mezco or Figure Arts for Zorro.
I'd like a Mezco, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
You know what wouldn't be bad though? The Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Be cool. It'd never sell.
I can see it working still.
You know what will make it sell? If it came with a horse.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely gonna have to give it a horse. I mean, even though he wasn't a Lone Ranger, he had Tonto. That was kind of racist for him to just title his shit the Lone.
Pretty misleading, huh?
The Lone Ranger. So this giant Indian, what should I say, Native American guy sitting behind you, he don't count, huh?
Hey, whatever happened, Boog, with those horses? Like you and Emiya got horses like years ago or something?
That was Figma.
Figma. Okay.
They're a little small though.
Oh.
It's nice for like some perspective stuff in the background or something like that. If you had quite a few of them, like horses grazing or some shit, or some portion of a farm or something, like some background shit is cool. Or if you have a figure that's small enough to fit and scale with it. The Link looks okay with it. Still a little bit small for Link's like official horse or whatever. What's the name of the horse?
I can't pronounce that. Pancho should know this.
Yeah, P. What's the name of Link's horse?
Oh, Link's horse, Epona.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, it's a little small for that, but it works. It still works. I want to get that Lord of the Rings. That spider. What's the name of the spider?
Oh, Shalom.
Yeah. Still want to grab that. You know what I did get? I forgot about this. Shout out to Aaron Williams. He sent me the Narnia lion.
Hell yeah.
I was looking for that for a long time.
You know what? I'm glad you said something about that. I got at least 2 of those lions and a couple of those little kids in my mother's garage. Still in package some damn place. But they went on sale for like $2.98.
Sell them.
Yeah.
Shit,
You know what,
man.
I'm a little disappointed though because the legs don't go out to the side any though. That's what's fucked up about this. The legs could go out to the side more, and you could get them in a wider stance and stuff like that. It would actually be much better. But
I don't know. Look at that lions. They don't really like spread their paws out like that though.
I mean, just for it to work better with what you have there.
Yeah, just so the options out there,
Ooh, you know what? You guys just reminded me too about some bullshit about how all the okay, so what you guys are saying, like how the lion, they don't spread their legs like that or whatever. How in the toy interviews, I mean, I've seen it like over the years, many people say this when you try to bring up a point of articulation. They say, "Well, your leg doesn't really move like that," and it always comes to my mind is like your legs can move like that, but not like obviously you don't rotate at one point, but your muscles like they flex. Like you could, if you really tried, you could turn your foot around and not break your shit because you're fluid, you flex. And so like something these dudes just act totally oblivious to is like a thigh cut is not meant to literally be like you're spinning their thigh. It's meant to simulate that they're torquing their shit. I hate that. What's the word for it? Like they know what it is. They're just bullshitting,
They are bullshitting.
There it
like
is.
all the time because it even just like logically doesn't make sense when like you get a DC Icons Batman and then you start posing him and there's just some shit he can't do.
Yeah.
And logically you're like something is missing here because he's not fucking doing what Batman does.
Right.
Man, I think after this year, every figure should be able to look up like all the way. Like that should be a minimum.
I agree. There's no reason for any figure not to be able to look up, especially Superman and Spider-Man.
No question.
Crazy.
Any flyer, anybody who's flying or swinging through the air or whatever, come on, man.
Yep.
Oh, for the icons, are you changing the scale for icons? Because I know you spoke to them before, but are you gonna release it like the same size, or are they gonna be like an inch bigger?
I don't think they're changing the scale at all, man. They just having delays with the factories with this and that, man. They just going through.
It depends. If they're not going to change the actual scale of the figures, but you will have figures being bigger or smaller. Pretty much the men and the women are pretty much going to be the same size, except for you got that buck that Batman is built on, which is not really a buck, but it's the standard size. And then you have like characters that are slightly bigger, like Black Adam or Superman. And then you got characters that are smaller, like almost teen size. And then you got the standard woman. I think Wonder Woman might be the exception to the woman body. She might be a little bigger.
Man.
You know what's an even bigger like slap in the face is when he's like, "Oh yeah, we're not doing the thigh cut." Like you advertised all these figures with thigh cuts. You sent out a fucking diagram of your design with thigh cuts.
Yeah.
Like you took that off the table for fucking monetary reasons.
Sure did. That was the thing that they was like parading around the most at first was all of this innovative articulation that they were going to have on the figure. They sent out those diagrams, like you said. That's the shit that really threw me off.
They were kind of failed that line, Icons line. Like they could have been great, and it's like too many missteps.
I think they had budget problems, honestly.
Yeah.
I really think that's the reason why it's all missing. I don't think that the amount of money DC Collectibles has a hard time making any real money off of it anyway. I mean, you got to realize the figures they're not better than Marvel Legends figures, but at the same time, like if I'll tell you this, if the DC Icons would have been actually bigger, and if you gave them the articulation that a basic Legend has, they would have been better than Legends. They definitely sculpted than Legends are and painted.
Yeah, they are.
Like I mean, I just think that it's just I don't know. They were going in the right direction with those Forever Evil figures.
That was perfect. And then Superman came out. I'm like, that's a garbage looking Superman. Like they should never release that figure.
Superman, that's a Forever Evil, man. What you talking about?
No, that was a good one. Superman that came out in the Icons line is terrible figure.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about the Crime Syndicate figures. Because the articulation of those are perfect. They had full crunches, swivels, double knees, double elbows, like everything was working on those figures. And then they just said, hey, let's do Icons and make them way smaller.
Because Ultraman look a lot like a better Superman does. It just looks terrible.
Well, we'll see what happens, man. I still fuck with Icons, though. As a matter of fact, what I need to do is crack open this fucking Bombshells Harley. I ain't even open this motherfucker. And the fucking 7-pack will be out. I think it ships on the 22nd.
Isn't that bigger though? The Bombshell Harley is like a 7-inch scale fig.
Yeah, definitely. She's nice though. That's a real nice figure, man.
Yeah, it is.
Really nice.
But the articulation, when you look at the articulation, especially in the mid torso, it reminds you, it's like definitely like an Icons inspired articulation and shit.
These Bombshell figures is shitting on any female legend figure. There's no question about it.
That Wonder Woman looked crazy though, man. I wanted to get her, but that expression on her face, that screaming head is just retarded. Or smile, or whatever the hell she's doing. I know she's like a damn psycho.
Oh wow, that does look kind of crazy.
You look like she showed up at your job.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? And you know, it was funny. George, Monster Mash, he was talking about the Gamora, the Marvel Select figure, and he said she looks like she looked like the lady that go to your job and want to speak to the manager. And she does, man. She looked just like that, man. Like,
I don't know. They are pretty weak except Harley. Like the rest of them look kind of weird.
Yeah, they I mean, well, Wonder Woman, like I said, her face is what pretty much turned me off by Wonder Woman, or the snatched Wonder Woman. Batwoman though is kind of crazy. She actually got on a fucking 1930s woman's baseball suit outfit or whatever. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy, yeah, she was part of a burlesque show or works at a bordello or something.
It might sell, but I'm like, no one asked for this.
Well, I mean, it was a popular run. I mean, you know, it's always somebody out there wants some of this bullshit. That right there, though, that Bombshell Batgirl, I'm still gonna buy that.
That look kind of cool. Oh, I can't even see that one.
Forbidden. You clicked on the wrong link.
It's not coming up, but yeah, it is.
That's what happens when you got fucking 1,000 tabs on your computer. Your shit's all.
Hey, but that 7-pack, that Justice League 7-pack, I'm so excited for that, man. I'm really, really excited for that. It's not even Icons. I think they're calling it DC Rebirth Justice League 7-pack. So you're not gonna get it
early this year. It was like $30. Like
they redid those. See that Batman, all of that shit there was New 52. I wanted that. They switched out the designs for pretty much all of them.
Oh, Rebirth.
Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman definitely got the fuck are them panties, man? The fuck you look.
Where?
See, they're not. None of those pictures are the Rebirth.
There it is.
All right, yeah, right there. See, they
I don't know, man. Superman look crazy.
I ain't say he didn't.
Whoa, Wonder Woman's head's kind of small too.
Yeah, that looks bad.
Well, you gotta realize when I see this, all I see is Batman.
Even he look kind of weird.
Actually, they just put Batman in the front. It'd have been more accurate. And that Green Lantern's a reissue.
That looks the best, actually. The Green Lantern.
What? No, it don't.
It does.
Batman look better than any of them figures standing there.
Look at his face, though.
Man, look at his face. Like he'll beat the shit out you. That's right. Look at his face.
You got that like grumpy cat face again. It's not a good look.
He's supposed to have a grumpy face. Look at Green Lantern. He back there want to kiss you on the neck while you standing in line.
Oh man.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I thought you wanted this. Like, what the fuck
Cyborg.
Cyborg, he looked like he got like somebody blew up a fucking soul food restaurant. He was in there, the fucking like he's cooking some shit.
You ever read his comments? They're pretty
like,
whack.
Like the dude from Allstate.
Jesus.
That's Cyborg, Stan. Are you in good hands?
Cyborg is so corny, man.
Yeah, look at Aquaman though. He's like a weirdo.
Flash looked terrible.
I don't even think those would be the final sculpts. We have to see. So, they haven't shown any of the fucking actual figures, man.
They had the figures.
You said they had them there?
Yeah, they had them in the packaging.
For sale?
No, I mean, I don't know if it was like the final thing, but they were definitely in the packaging at Toy Fair.
Right. Well, they ship on, like I said, they ship on the 22nd.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, it's in our DC Collectibles video.
See?
That must have been when you pressed them on articulation countless times and he just kept showing you boxes.
That guy was cool, man. I really
he's cool.
That guy was cool.
I know it was his super higher ups that were like breathing down the neck, like, don't you fuck this up, you little stubby shits. Swear to God, if this fucking PVC Harley statue don't move, we're cutting this shit and bringing it back to Mattel.
That's it, man. Yeah, we even brought up to him about thigh cuts and stuff like that. And he was just all like, verbatim, yeah, well, I mean, leg doesn't really move that way, but I can see why you guys want him. So at least he got it, at least.
I'd be like, motherfucker, twist your leg around. Is it moving? Then you better bet your ass Batman's leg can move much more than that. That's why I don't get invited to these interviews.
You know what a superhero, man. I mean, come on. Like, stop playing.
Or like Spider-Man. Like, fuck, Spider-Man could probably put his nuts in his own mouth. Like, fucking, he needs all the articulation. Let's be real.
That's the type of talk I expect from Fabio, not you, Michael.
Michael's just putting out a what if scenario.
Yeah. Everything I'm saying is in the Mandela universe anyways. So it's not gonna be there tomorrow.
God.
Oh man.
Hey, Fabio would have came through like, well, the reason why his leg can't turn because Randy said that Randy has never moved his leg like that, nor seen anyone's legs move like that. You know.
Fuck.
Randy's
Randy don't talk to us.
That's fucked up too. I bet you that Weird Al figure has a fucking thigh swivel or something. I can get Weird Al doing fucking everything but Batman. No.
Right. Right.
At this point, we got fucking better hopes of getting Weird Al in a Batman suit.
I bet you that icon ain't gonna come on loose legs like them damn Mansco figures. Jesus. I mean, them fucking NECA figures. Jesus. I heard Fabio in here tripping over his own words, trying to explain that bullshit. Just put some furniture polish in the joints. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, he's not
I'm
technical.
never gonna buy a figure if it tells me you gotta buy furniture polish to make sure your shit is correct. Furniture polish, I can clear.
Who was it? NECA that sold the stands too, like action figure stands.
Yeah, that's what they did. Yeah, they have action figure stands.
Yeah, they should put out the fucking NECA starter kit, where it's just like a fucking little mini blow dryer, some floor polish, super glue.
Sure.
Be your own customizer by NECA.
Some poses require additional support. You have to put on this kind like that.
Some poses require more articulation.
Some figures require some additional support. Please, no, this is just a prototype. Final product may be different. Right, different because your shit can't stand up. Like,
I did get the World of Warcraft figures though. Those were really well done.
Which ones?
World of Warcraft, you bought that shit?
Oh yeah. I got Illidan, Arthas, and then
Oh yeah.
Nerd, man.
Man, fuck you. Those figures are great.
Hey,
The Arthas is fire.
Those figures are still. I don't think anybody bought one of those figures at my Toys R Us.
Damn, that's wild. Get some for me. I couldn't find an Arthas to save my life.
Shit, I'm pretty sure I can.
I walked right in. It was like $20. I had a coupon. It's like,
Shit. I had to get mine from fucking FYE. God damn.
you know what though? I haven't seen the NECA Sylvanas. I've only seen prototypes. I wonder what happened with that.
That Batman is fucking. I'm gonna buy it, but that Batman is ugly.
It is.
His face. Yeah, look at his face.
I think this guy looks like a bad
figure made.
You gotta be kidding me. That face sculpt is crazy.
He looks like he was like sculpted in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better come with a rat accessory. You can better fucking eat it too. The way he's drawn shit.
That's just a Kenner Batman that grew up.
Yeah.
Shit, that's just Kenner aliens that grew up too.
They did. Had one of those things.
Look at that Joker one.
The Joker alien. You don't get the fuck out of here with that shit.
What a world we live in.
Hate crossovers.
You guys remember that old YouTube videos, Batman Dead End or something like that?
That's it right. He just passed. He just right there. Time
That's right.
slow up.
Which one?
No. Right there next to it. Next to
Oh
that.
yeah, the Predators.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. The fucking that red Predator right there, that motherfucker was pretty slick.
That's a figure, right?
Yeah, I got that one.
The red one? Doesn't that go for like kind of a lot? Or no? I don't know.
It was going for kind of a lot, but I mean, who the fuck would pay a bunch of money for that damn thing?
Yeah. I don't
Now,
know.
that albino one was going for more money.
Oh, was it? I've had that red Predator for such a long time.
That was a Comic-Con figure. The albino.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Fabio was pretty tight when he was even talking about that fucking the NECA bodies.
Yeah, I just looked up Sylvana. She got bumped back again. Shit.
Damn, shit.
Man, you know what? This Marvel Legends Emma Frost is fucking shit.
Which one?
The most recent, the Jubilee Build-A-Figure one. Wait, is it Jubilee? No. What was that? Was it Jubilee?
The one Puck?
Puck. Yeah, that's right.
Repaint the face.
It's not even, the legs is.
I'm just saying, that's it. That ain't that the thing? Add floor polish. Repaint the face.
Legs is shit.
Damn, that one right there though. Sheesh.
Yeah, that shit's awful.
Came a long way. Oh man.
That fucking Jean Grey from the X-Men 3 movie that looks like the mom from Malcolm in the Middle. Jesus. She looks just like that woman.
This shit's still going for money too, and this shit is awful.
I mean, I had to pay $40 for that damn figure.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, okay, listen. Technically, I only paid $1 for it, but because I bought a treasure hunt from Target and sold it to a dude for $40. Now I bought that. So that's how that played out. I had to pay $40.
We got another question. Uncle Chico asks, any chance Mezco will make G.I. Joe?
That would be nice if they did, but probably not. But that would be really nice if they did.
No, that's like a Hasbro property. They're not giving that.
Right. That would be really, really nice. So a Snake Eyes, a Flint, a couple other characters, that'd be pretty dope.
All right. Well, it's been fun. I'm out.
Yeah, we all out. Let's take one last question, I guess.
There
Maybe
I
good.
see one.
Huh?
The NECA Batman looks exactly like the art from the comic it's based on, says
Ew.
Fan Deathclock.
Okay.
That don't make it look any better.
Marvel Action says, you know it's a long episode when the crew talks about NECA without Fabio.
Oh man.
True.
And with that, we've all been caught red-handed.
All right, we out of here. So next week, this was like 4 hours or some shit.
50th special.
50th.
Next week, man, we gonna have new women.
We all gonna have a nude woman at each person's house. So we just gonna turn our cameras on, and it'll be the last. Sure. All right, y'all. Till next week. Peace.
Peace.